Mhm.
Let's go to. Oh, I need to unpause the video. All right, let me just let this little part finish up, and my bad. I guess we live now. All right.
Oh,
Not me being trash.
catching me all the way off guard.
I
Rude.
know, right? I was trying to be cute. That did not work. Okay, but we are live. Let me make sure I'm live.
Hey,
Okay.
everybody.
I'm gonna do a sound check so
Hey.
y'all might hear me hearing myself in the background. I'm gonna do it this way.
I'm still mad how light skinned I am.
Okay, and then my music is also doubling, so let me turn it off monotone so y'all don't have to hear it twice. Here we go. Should be not doubling now. It's my first day streaming.
I can tell.
Okay, yep, I
Okay.
fixed it. Okay, I fixed it. Hello, welcome to Otaku Talk Sunday. I am Guayri123, and this is my co-host on this side. What's your name? You're not gonna say your
My name is Twan.
name? Okay. Welcome, welcome. Today we have our first show. We haven't been here in like 2 weeks, right? So this is our first show since DreamCon, and we're going to be talking about the side characters that deserve much more. They said I sound distant. Do I sound a little bit better? I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, I could turn
A
my
little
mic up a little
distant.
bit. Yeah, he said distant. It could be that the mic was just not facing my mouth. 1 second, I'm gonna
I
adjust, guys. Oh, I sound
was
distorted.
about to say, do I sound good? Am I
They
like an
said you
okay?
sounded good. I'm not hearing the
Okay.
distortion when I play it um, on my thing. Hold on. Oh, I sound distorted. Do I sound good? Am I looking okay? You sounding good. I'm not hearing. Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
roomy. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I sound fantastic.
I sound fantastic.
You
I don't know
sound
why it sounds so
amazing.
roomy today. I don't know why my mic is not on. Okay. Do I sound different? I don't know. It sounded roomy to me, but I don't know how to get it to not be roomy. Do I
Hmm.
sound roomy still?
I
It
think
sounded
you
like,
sound great to me.
yeah, I sound fine. When I did a mic check, I don't know why it's being weird. Let me try something. Let me turn this microphone off. Okay. Do I still sound distorted? Let me do. Okay, is my mic still distorted? Do I still sound distorted to y'all? I know he said yes before I asked again, so I'm just waiting. Do I still sound distorted? I don't think I have a compressor on or anything.
Oh. Ooh, let me cut you off.
Do I sound? Yeah, it just sounds roomy. Like, oh, like it's maybe not the right mic, maybe?
Probably.
Let me see what mic OBS is picking up because it doesn't sound like my Hypercast mic. Um,
Spending money on that equipment, you better use it.
All right, let me make sure. Okay, let's try this.
Said the mic sounds like it's in your pocket. Yeah, that sounds like a whole nother mic.
Okay. All right, let me make sure. Okay, let's try this. All right, yeah. Okay. I don't know why OBS was connecting to a not my Hypercast mic. I don't know what it was doing. I don't know why I did it. But I think I fixed it. So I think we're good to go. Do I sound
Right.
good now? I think Two Chopsticks said there it is. Okay. So forgive us, we had some tech issues. I have been using Adobe, and so it makes my computer want to off itself. So I was struggling a little bit with that. My computer hates Adobe. And I forgot to restart, so I had to restart. And then of course we had this mic issue. But I think we got it all fixed. But welcome. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Twan, how has your week been?
My week it's been pretty great. I have been doing really well at work. Really focused, really motivated, and it's been showing in my calls. So I'm extremely happy about that. And I got some shout outs at work as well. I watched Perfect Blue last night for the first time.
Oh, did
and
you
that
like
was
it?
great. Yeah, I loved it. It was really good. It was really good. I kept trying to guess the ending and stuff, and I was completely wrong. I wasn't that far off, but I was pretty wrong.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
I didn't guess that it was. I didn't guess that it was Rumi. That was crazy as hell.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one in a while because that's like the same person who did Paprika, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Paprika?
I've seen it before. I've only seen it once, but I want to rewatch it now. Like, because apparently his whole thing in his movies are, duality.
Mm-hmm.
And that one has a pretty strong. So I want to look at it now because, like Perfect Blue, if I would have watched it when it came out,
right?
Like it really seemed like it was really ahead of its time as far as social media and like the personas you create and that type of thing.
Okay.
And like it's so much more like pertinent now that we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Facebook and all that stuff. We didn't have that when it first came out, so it really was ahead of its time. And watching it for the first time now, like I'm like, wow, I feel like that could have been written like this decade versus this was like early 90s.
I was like, I need to watch it because I haven't watched it in so long that I'm really not sure. Hey, and y'all, welcome.
That's how me and Paprika is. I got to rewatch it. I'm probably gonna rewatch it tonight.
When we were like doing our heavy, like we were doing movie reviews and stuff, I definitely was supposed to watch Paprika next. But then we like stopped doing that because we pivoted. So it's been a while. And we were supposed to do like Akira too. So I'm just like,
oh, Akira.
And that Akira,
watched that too.
Yes, the Akira thumbnail I made for that show is fire too. So I just keep looking at it like, you know what, we gonna have to do this Akira show. It was a shot. It was a shot of him with the bike, but it was just like good ass graphic design. Okay, it was like the red and the blue was popping, So I just liked it. Y'all face look different, or is it our eyes? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is how I always been. Some kind of white / Pakistani.
I say you look kind of like
Disney
Puerto Rican
character.
to me.
Puerto Rican, I take that too.
This is Slick the Disney takeover, so I'm not really sure. Maybe you, you might be hallucinating. And y'all, have you taken any meds?
Right. This whole thing is a fever dream.
This is a fever dream for sure. But yes, we're just giving everybody time to come in. I did start it and I had to start over. So we're just kind of giving time. Let's see, what has my week been like? I was dehydrated.
Never good.
All week. Yeah. Your girl was struggling. Okay. And
but when you noticed you were dehydrated, did you actually how motherfuckers just know they dehydrated but don't change nothing up?
Oh yeah. No, I wasn't like that. Yeah, like I was literally drinking water because I was so in the hole because I went to drink. It was so hot, and I wasn't drinking because they didn't let us bring outside food in. So I had these little small rinky-dink water bottles that I was trying to drink in between talking and interacting with people, and then get into the hotel. The hotel ain't got no water either. So, and I don't drink tap water. I mean, I don't drink tap water, so you got to buy.
No, the hotel ain't got no water.
No, they had like the same small little bottles, but like for me, I drink so much. I drink so much water. Like I drink almost a liter of water a day, like at the least.
That's crazy. How you got dehydrated?
Well, that's what, like, the hotel, they had them small bottles, and then, like, I couldn't
So
take
you
any.
wasn't really
Yeah, I couldn't
the
take my
same
water
intake.
bottle into DreamCon, and so it was just like, it's just like one of them things. Like, I got so behind on it, so like I didn't
Yeah.
bring my water bottle in the car because the car would be like 1,000,000 degrees at the end of the day. So like even if I left my water in there, it would be like boiling water at that point. So like
Yeah.
I just wasn't drinking water. So it like literally, this is the first day today where I kind of feel like normal again, but like all week I can feel my heart like going into like arrhythmias and like just being like completely
Not
zonked.
arrhythmia.
Yeah, like I can feel it.
I don't even know what that is, but that sounds.
You know how you can like feel your heart, like people say your heart skip a beat, like I could feel it. And it would be like positional, like my blood pressure was probably affected by being dehydrated. So I probably had low blood pressure. So like anytime I would bend over, like any position change, I could feel that my body was like really slow, like catching up from dehydration. And I felt dry, like my skin felt dry, my lips, I felt dry. Like
I hate that. I really do. I really hate that so much.
Yeah.
Especially when you can feel it. It's one thing seeing it, but feeling it,
Yeah. So I definitely have been chugging a lot of water, a lot of power Gatorade with water.
That's good.
Yeah, and so like today is the first day I feel like, okay, I'm not dehydrated today. I can feel.
I've been on that. I don't know why I go right to Pedialyte every time.
I should have got some Pedialyte because it works though.
It really do.
Yeah, but welcome. Hey everybody, I see y'all slowly pulling up in the chat. Hello to Two Chopsticks and y'all critically drinking. Why are you saying what the hell? What's wrong? Hello Mandrill. Y'all tripping. Usually I'm sick because of people don't drink enough water. Like it is so hot. Like right now, it's just not the time to play. Like you just really have to drink a lot of water right now. So
yeah, I've been doing really good. I got like 4 bottles around me right now.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. See, I like have a huge cup, So I just keep that around and I drink it. But I do better with the smaller cups. The really big jugs, I just end up not finishing them because I like my water cold. Are you like a room temp? Okay, I'm like,
I want to be a room temperature water drinker because motherfuckers that drink water will judge you so quick when they find out you like yours with like a little cold with some ice.
Yes,
they be feeling like it's the end of the world. Oh, so you don't really drink water. You just like drink water.
You're one of them. Okay, I think ice cold water in a metal container tastes so good. Don't even play with me.
I'm the same way. Now, waking up, my first drink of water, I kind of do want that to be room temperature. Like a nice little water bottle. Sometimes I go to sleep with a water bottle next to me, so when I wake up, that'll be the first thing I drink.
Right.
But like throughout the day, I want it to be cold.
Oh yeah, I love cold water. And like I said, in the middle container, it just tastes so much better. Like that's how I like my water. But I do drink a lot. My husband like room temperature water.
Where is it?
And I just feel like
insulated, but I have one. Oh, it's across the room. I ain't about to get up and get it, but it's one of those insulated. I think that's what they call it. The 24-hour, 48-hour. Keep your drinks hot. Keep your drinks cold. Right. Those I love those.
Yes. Clue said there's nothing wrong with ice water. There's nothing wrong with it, and actually your body has to work to like get it to temperature. So you can like slick burn calories by drinking ice water.
See. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. So I just feel like, whatever. That's a life hack. But yeah, so I feel a little bit better now. I've just been doing graphic design. I got the Surface. So I've been drawing, just tapping back into drawing and just like doing my logo for Kawaii for the Culture with Illustrator, just getting my Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop muscles warmed up again.
So that's what I've been doing. Logo you posted on Instagram. That was really cute.
Thank you.
That was really cute.
Thank you. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't really been watching any anime. Have you? Oh, actually, I did start Dororo.
Yeah. I haven't fully watched that.
Yeah.
What, so are you just like?
I just started. Like I'm I'm on episode 3.
Okay, I might pick it up again. I might start over.
Yeah, I like it so far though. I'm just kind of like, why have I not watched this before? Like it looks so good.
It's like the what's the one with the robot? Oh, that's it, isn't it? That's the robot. The older guy that's a robot.
Oh no, I did start that too, but I don't know the name of that. No, this is the guy. So it's basically about the curse. Okay, so if anybody has seen on my channel, I have a video called "Anime Births Are Crazy," and there's a clip in one of them where the baby is born with it looks like a skull and like no eyes, no face. He's like cursed from birth. and that's that show.
Completely mixed up.
Yeah, so he don't have
Inuyashiki.
Yes, I did start that with the Robot Man. I like that show too. I need to finish that. Show.
I don't know why I connected Dororo or whatever with this anime. I went straight to that.
That's so, and like for me, I don't ever think of the anime until I see like a clip of it and I'll be like, oh yeah. It's like always that thing. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I should finish that, and then like forget 2 minutes later. But yeah,
anyway. My Crunchyroll queue, I don't even click on it anymore. It's so thick, but I just don't even. I make no moves to shorten it.
See, that's the thing. Like I also have like this kind of panic thing. Like I want to know if this is a me thing. So you know how you have the smart TVs now, and you have all the apps. So like my smart TV is like, y'all some anime watchers. It be really recommending some like stuff I ain't never seen, but it looks so good. And now I have like anxiety about it, because then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna come back and it's gonna be gone. I'm never gonna be able to find it. So then I like feel like I have to add it to a queue, but then I don't ever watch it. Like, is that like a thing? Is this like a modern struggle of recommendation anxiety?
Yeah, mine is more. It's kind of that same vein. It settles more into the realm of neglect. Like if I start something and I like fall off of it, and maybe I remember like a month later that I never went back to it, I really be feeling like I just neglected the hell out of anime. I feel like they be judging me.
I know. I be feeling so bad. I mean, I do that with everything. Like even my Netflix, like my Netflix queue is raggedy. Like my Netflix, my Netflix like recommendation or watch list it's a joke at this point. I feel like the videos go onto that list and they laugh like, this bitch is never gonna watch us. Like Toy Story.
They know what it is.
Yeah, like Toy Story.
They get dropped off. It's like, we already, let's skip, settle in.
I feel like the other shows on the Netflix watch list be like, you're new here, huh? Welcome. You're never gonna be watched. Like
let's tell you how things are about to go down.
Right. Hey Yella, welcome to the stream. He said he was digging the Pixar stream. We hadn't anticipated doing this. I did have a breakout on my face. I wish we would have thought of this sooner, because I wouldn't put a lick of makeup on. No, I'm just kidding. I still will, because we really did. Because like my face like broke out. I mean, it didn't break out. I'm not gonna say that. It's a purge. So when you use like chemical exfoliants on your face will purge.
Okay, no, a real purge. Yeah,
it's a real purge, and my face is like,
it was like a battleground or something. I'm like,
no, I look like a Stranger Things character. I feel like I feel like I could be like a part of the upside down world, because my face bumpy. Like anytime I see people with bumpy faces, I just feel like you're a monster. I know that's like really shallow. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Anytime I see a bitch with a crater in her face, I'm just like, alien. Just like, ugh.
No, like if you just have like an obscene amount of bumps. Like right now, y'all, like most of my face has some sort of bump on it. I'm not talking about the here or there straight bump. I'm talking about bumpy, like that thing in Power Rangers. Was he bumpy? Remember that Power Ranger movie?
Power Rangers.
The villain? He was bumpy.
Now I want to look it up, because I can't remember if he was bumpy or not. And wasn't he like purple?
Yeah, I might be mixing him up with this creepy monster on this PBS show. Ooze, yeah. It might. There was this creepy monster on this PBS. Oh my God,
no! This was full on Jeepers Creepers before Jeepers Creepers was Jeepers Creepers.
That was in the Power Ranger movie.
Don't look nothing like this. Yeah.
But no, that song from the Power Ranger movies is a bop. I just have to say that. We're in trouble.
God, you bringing up. I need to hear it. I can't remember. And I used to love these. I had this on VHS.
We're in trouble. Something's coming along, and it's something. Yeah. Hey, Mezzo. Yeah, that song.
And the skateboard or the skating scene pops out of my head too.
I don't even remember no skating scene.
I think it was was it in the beginning, the very beginning of the movie with the purple guy?
I don't remember much about that movie besides the song and Ooze, because I feel like it was traumatic to me a little bit.
Ooze, yeah, the Ooze. I gotta rewatch this now.
We should have a Power Rangers movie watch party.
I fully would be in tune for that.
We definitely need to do that. So yeah.
I used to love the Pink Ranger so I loved Kimberly. With everything in my heart.
Wait, so yeah, because the original Yellow Ranger was the Asian chick. It wasn't Aisha at first, but then once Aisha showed up, I mean, Kimberly.
Flavor popped in.
Kimberly.
I love my Asian chick, but yeah, we gotta give it to our girl.
Aisha. I just love that her name was Aisha. I don't know if I should feel like that's a little racist or that's representation.
No, I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like Aisha ain't that bad. Now, if it was like Shanae, Saber-tooth tiger.
I don't know, but I just feel like I want to believe it was like inclusivity, but then I feel like that time in the world was like slick, like it was like some low key like racist stuff that still
in every facet.
So I don't feel like it was like a representation. I just don't feel like it was like I don't feel like it was that energy in the writers' room.
No, they fully made the Yellow Ranger an Asian girl on purpose.
Right. To my rest in peace, Trini. Yeah. So, okay. Well, I guess we'll get into our topic for today.
For today.
So, I don't know if any of y'all have seen. So, on this, you see my picture in the bottom right of Vegeta. He looks a little different, I know. But there was a fan-made film called Legend of Dragon Ball Tale. I have to get the name right. But that's the name of the YouTube video. We watched it and reacted to it on a stream I did the other day, and it's amazing.
Yes.
If you have not checked it out on YouTube, you definitely should go check it out. I probably will link it in the description, even though part of me is like, don't link to other channels that's not yours, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna link to that after this live. So yes, it was amazing. And it brought up this conversation that we will be having today, which is about side characters, because we all know, if you've seen it, they kind of did it where Vegeta was, I don't know, he was the king already, right? He was the king.
I mean, essentially the king was dead, so yeah, he was king.
So he was the king in this. So this is Vegeta. He was already king. He came down to... Did he come down to fight Broly? I don't even remember, because it was a short film. It was like 10 minutes. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of setup. Yeah.
I was so mystified by the animation for the first like 2 minutes. I had to really buckle in and appreciate what was going on and understand.
I feel like he came for Broly. Or maybe he came for Goku, because he was calling him Kakarot. It was a 10-minute film, so it didn't really spend a lot of time with setup.
Stop calling me that, but that's your name, Carrot.
I know, I love the voice actors. So, like, the way they wrote him, I love the way they wrote Vegeta in this short film, because he was already a king, and he just had an air to him, and he, like, beat Broly up, which was amazing. He fought Broly and won. And he kind of like told Goku something about himself, and like how Goku, I love the form Goku had where it was like uncontrollable rage. And he's like, we have to teach you how to use this rage. Good. It was so good. And thank you, Yellow, for that message. Yes, guys, make sure you host today's stream. It helps get us out to more people, because Twitch has like no discoverability, and they're punishing me for like having a life outside of Twitch. So thank you for hosting the stream. But yeah, so what was some of your favorite things about like how they wrote Vegeta? And then like, do you feel like that was like, how do you feel about that rewrite for Vegeta, or like how it could go? Because we know it's just a short one, but like, how could you see that going that would make it different?
I liked one, it's not like, I don't want to say that Vegeta's original entrance or who Vegeta was when he first popped up didn't have impact, but I felt like in this little short video, he had so much more impact. Like he was immediately more intimidating. Maybe because he wasn't like 3 feet tall like he was in.
I mean, he's like 5'5".
I just remember when I first saw Vegeta, I'm like, he can't be higher than 4'6".
Yeah, well, like he was standing next to like Nappa though.
Right, but no, very much true. But I'm saying, just that's how I was introduced to this like short king.
Right.
this villainous threat that's like bite size.
Yeah.
But yeah, his proportions was very much. That's why I like. Honestly, I like. I guess people got a little hate for GT Vegeta, but I really like GT Vegeta with the leather pants. His proportions was more, uniform. It felt better, and his hair was a little bit more, tamed,
a little bit more.
shorter.
Yeah, it was shorter. Yeah, I mean,
so I liked it, and then I like this version of him too, a little bit better. I probably like this version the best, minus the little
ponytail, like he needs some hair gel or something like that.
At least put the whole thing in it. The part that really bothered me was that it was the middle portion of the hair with the ends sticking up as well. So it just didn't make sense.
I see what they was doing. I feel like they were trying to get the shape of his hair, but doing something that, yeah, it was weird. because it seemed long enough to fit in the ponytail. So now it feels like you purposely have to like just make a part and comb that down, put the ponytail in, and then slick it up, which is literally
he put that shit in a ponytail and went like this to the end, said put that shit up.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. So I but I liked it. He did have that regal. He did have that regal.
He did. He very much kept that the entire time. But I like thinking about stuff like that. Like Batman, right before when he goes out, they show him running to the bathroom, putting on the
black stuff,
eyes. Right,
which I do appreciate in the Batman that he had actual. Because I don't think any other other Batman had that on. Right. I think they just had the eye thingies that just kind of follow their eye contour, which is stupid.
Yeah,
because that's gonna limit your line of vision. Actually,
right.
So the fact that Batman is that's what I'm saying. The fact that he's walking around is like Robert Pattinson looking like emo, because he does emo so well, but just like him with his black eyeliner on. It's like,
right.
But yeah, I did appreciate how he looked. And so, how do you think that would go? Like, if that was canon, how would this change how Goku and Vegeta relate in the show, you think?
I always wanted Dragon Ball Z to have way more of a back and forth. It was always, to me, Vegeta playing catch up, and when he finally did get to a point where he had either the same power, or if there was ever a moment where he was in a sense more powerful than Goku, it was only for the time span of that one fight. And by the time the fight was over, Goku would come back in being like, hey, I got another power up.
Right.
And then Vegeta's back in square one. So it always felt like the race, this is Goku, this is Vegeta. It always felt like it was like this. Like it was always like this. I kind of wanted to be like this for a good time, and then this for a good time. And I felt like this type of an introduction for Vegeta will give more weight to that. Like,
I agree.
It will be an actual competition versus.
Because I feel like they only power Vegeta up just to make Goku more powerful.
More, absolutely.
It was just, it always feels like, okay, they giving Vegeta something, that means Goku about to have something. Sorry, let me turn.
Until more recently, more with this whole spoiler alert, with this whole ultra ego thing, I feel like it's at least finally branching him off, because that's what they started to do that in Super, when he, instead of going Ultra Instinct originally, he went more like a Super Saiyan God with the blue hair ×2, when they made his hair more darker and stuff like that.
Right.
So they kind of, that was like them starting to do it, but with this ultra ego thing. And I always said they need to make Goku an angel, make Vegeta a god of destruction. And I feel like they might actually do that, or something.
They might, yeah. Right. That's what, it's just so annoying, because it's so much, like the way they wrote them, there's so much room there where they can be like, I don't like saying, I almost said separate but equal, but that was very Jim Crow for me. But like, they both have their own person, but they're like, they are equals. Because like some people say they're equals, but I'm like, I don't really feel like they're equals, only in the sense that every level like Goku has reached, Vegeta reaches it eventually. So like if you want to say they're equals in that way, but yeah, they don't treat him like an equal. Like they don't yeah. So I feel like this idea leaves room for them to be equals, like in their own right. I think introducing somebody as an antagonist already kind of sets them up in a way. Like introducing Vegeta as an antagonist, like kind of put him on a path in a way
to stay like behind.
Yeah. Because but in the way they wrote it in this, it's like, well, he's not an antagonist. He's like an ally maybe you didn't know you had, or like I could see it going where like they have different ideas, like kind of a Magneto versus like Xavier,
Professor Xavier,
yeah, kind of thing. Like if they did it this way, it could be we're good friends and we care deeply about each other, but now we've just split because of like how we feel.
Now, see, I've always liked the steadfast, not really here for you niggas, like I'm not trying to, don't touch me.
Right.
Like I've always kind of liked that portion of Vegeta, especially when he first started to even become slightly on our side with the whole after Frieza destroyed Namek and they were all on, I can't remember where everybody was, either they were on Earth or on one of the planets, Kai planets or whatever, but he was just sitting up under a tree in Balm and everybody was talking about him.
Right.
And I don't know, that was like, I love that for Vegeta the entire way through. I just wish they did the power scaling a little fairly.
Yeah. Right.
For these to be the two people that are always the last line of defense, like he deserves a little better.
Because it's basically at this point, I mean, for me, when you say who's the last line of defense for Earth, like who's their hope? Like Vegeta is not that person that I thought.
Not like he could have been.
Yeah, he's not that. He don't even he don't occur to me. I never think like Vegeta and Goku are our last hope. Like there's never like
when stuff gets rough for Goku, I'm always like, well, they got Vegeta, but I don't think of him as winning. I think of him as until they got Vegeta until
he can stall long enough for Goku to get this new move that we know coming.
Because I just wish there was one major villain that Vegeta actually put down.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all can't even get this man that's like the thing. Like I just don't see how it would hurt anything to let him be triumphant.
Right. Put Goku in a hyperbolic time. Ooh, there's a great series on YouTube that goes into like this what if situation, and one of them was like, what if Goku was locked in a hyperbolic time chamber for like a millennium, and he was in there because like I can't remember what happened, something with the angels and the god of destructions, and they realized that it was because of Super, how Goku was just like that. He instigated this tournament that could have destroyed the entire universe and all of its universes. So the angels and the gods thought he was too much of a hazard to be around the Zenos because they love Goku. So they concoct this scheme and got Vegeta into it, where they locked him in the hyperbolic time chamber and destroyed the exit. And because Piccolo and Gotenks, they destroyed it that one time just by powering up, it was reinforced. So they locked him in there with the intention of him dying, but Gohan and some others found out that they did this and made a wish on the Dragon Balls, that Goku would be immortal. So a whole millennia goes by of him stuck in the hyperbolic time chamber, can't die. And when he finally gets out, he is just on this vengeful path. And I was like, that is such a good...
Oh, that would be so cool.
It was,
or even just give people time to like just seeing like how Vegeta rose up to be the hero, like after Goku was gone and stuff. Because I do feel like to some degree, like you know how I feel about Goku, like he kind of is the villain. Some situations, like he be doing stuff and you be like,
right. Which made it so enjoyable, because I was like, this is based off canon. It's like Goku has continuously put our world in danger as well as saving it. But given starting this tournament, like...
Yeah, that's like a cycle of abuse thing. Like, you gonna keep putting me in danger and then save me.
Right.
Like, just don't put me in danger.
Just don't do it.
Just stop.
Control your urge to fight.
Right.
Until some shit pop off, please.
I think that I do understand, like, so we're gonna move into the next part of the conversation, because I do think that most people agree that Vegeta was kind of shafted, like with writing. Like he kind of feels like an afterthought a lot of the time, which is unfortunate because there's just so much potential there. So that brought up the conversation of potential for characters and like how a lot of these shonen, because like I mean, once again, this is a question I always ask: is this kind of a shonen problem? Like I feel like does seinen have this issue? I don't feel like it does.
Like you feel like a lot of the side characters are a lot more fleshed out, a lot more attention being paid to them.
Yeah, or like if you just if they're not gonna ultimately serve a purpose, they'll kill them. You know, like in a seinen, like don't string. That's like come on, Krillin. Like I just feel like Krillin could have just went in the sunset and stayed with his family. I don't ever need to see him again.
It just brought him back up when he becomes relevant again.
Besides here and there, you know, maybe they pull up there for some, you know, like how Master Roshi was, or like, you know, like that. Like I don't string him along just because he's the Z Fighters and we just gotta see him. Like he can stay home though. Like he really can. He can,
because he got a whole child.
He got a child. He got a wife. He know he not strong enough. We know he not strong enough.
You know it.
If Goku can't do it, you ain't gonna do it. So like you don't really need.
But I have to try.
You don't need to be. He just be there watching the fight. He can stay home. So the thing about Satan, they gonna kill somebody.
You got to think about it, because if they not there, who's gonna scream the protagonist's name in the background? Who gonna be the one to do it?
Us at home. So is Krillin us? Is he supposed to just be me and you? Is he the power scaling for how we would feel if we were in that world?
I mean, yeah, actually. Because I feel like if we trained enough, our power level might be around. If we was in that same universe where I could, as a human, create some key and create a destructo disc, I feel like we would be Krillin.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Except for we're a little bit more smart, because I'm gonna sit my ass down. Y'all gonna have to argue with me to get me out on the. I'm like, Goku, you're there. Why do I have to?
I wish Goku would pull up to my house talking about you gotta come. I wish Goku would. I'd be like, do I?
Like, if there's an army, cool. I could take out some fodder characters, but you taking the boss. You are fighting the boss.
Like, I want to see that. Like, also, just like this whole thing of like, okay, guys, there's this thing. It's just like they always seem to show up. I really just like, I'm one of those people, like how you said, us thinking about this ponytail. Like, I just really want to see like the in between. Like, is it a call? Do they have a group text message? Like, do they have a group message? Like, is Bulma over there throwing shade the whole time Vegeta packing? Like, I just want to see all of that.
He not gonna let Vegeta fight anyway. I don't know why he even going out there risking his life.
Yeah, you always running out there after Goku. You always end up running after Goku.
How many times have you ended somebody? I mean, and we're not talking about when you was a king. Like, since you've been on Earth.
Have you beat anybody? You ended? Right. He'd be like, "Who beat Cell? Gohan," but he ain't even going. Gohan not even going, and he beat Cell. And you gonna put every time Goku stir up some, like, you know, these conversations are happening. I just want to see the group text that he's sending out the bird call, and I just want to see them packing and their wives' response to them running off again to yet another fight.
You know, Chi sour.
You do. That's so what I'm saying. I would love just a filler. Like, that's the kind of filler I would want to see. Like, if anime had that kind of filler, just a slice of life episode every once in a while, I would eat that up. I would eat it up. I love those. But that moves us to... Right. You know, she be over there flipping tables, everything. But that does bring us into what's some other characters that we feel like deserve more or could use a rewrite in some like major shonen. So we both picked a character from some shonen, some of the bigger ones that we both feel a way about. And who you want to go first? Because I know you have more of a, like, Twan feels passionately about Sakura. Passionately.
And it's not that I feel passionate about Sakura, but I feel passionate about the injustice. I feel passionate about the fact that she had so much room and there was no investment. And that's what bothered me. What's up, Shuriken?
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
I mean, no, you feel passionate about it though.
I do.
You don't have to. You don't have to downplay.
It makes me a little angry as I talk about it or I think about it. It does make me a little angry.
Mad. You don't have to hide your emotions. You be mad. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to go first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so go ahead. Introduce your argument.
So my hang up. Let me pull it up.
Not my cat ears.
Yeah, so my biggest when I think about characters who deserve better or characters that could have been done a little bit differently, Sakura is the first one that pops up in my mind just because of how egregiously abusive she has had to tolerate the injustices and the judgments, even though she deserves a lot of them. She really does. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of points in her timeline that could have been just like adjusted or tweaked or like thought about a little bit more.
Right.
But Kishimoto said like himself how much he really doesn't do female characters. This one, like, that literally was a quote. 2014, he was doing an interview for Weekly Shonen Jump where he literally was like, I'm just no good with female characters. The context of that is he was they were asking, it says they was asking him about Sasuke and Sakura's appearance for in chapter, I think it was 2 or chapter 3, and he said that he had a friend told him to focus on the main characters in the first 2 chapters, then in the 3rd chapter bring on another character for a love triangle. And that's when he was like, I'm no good with female characters, so I wasn't really planning on this initially. But he threw Sakura in there for essentially as a placeholder for a love triangle to begin. And he was like, yeah, the story just blossomed from there. So I really didn't think too much about her. And then in another interview, he said that Sakura, Lee and Sakura were the only ones that really just did taijutsu. And he was like, he put more emphasis on Lee, and he was like, well, Sakura is the weaker of the two because she's female. So then there's that underlining, sexism, and that like a woman couldn't be badass or as strong as a dude. And then the last one, and this one really like kind of like got me a little hot. Let me see.
That's kind of
okay. Here
you could feel the energy though, like in her
really
character
could.
that she kind of was just like thrown in there to be with one of the characters later.
Right. Yeah. And he was saying how Hinata, he was going to make her the main character because Sakura was just like, there was no heroic aspects that she has about her or some shit like that. And I'm like, well, you create these characters.
Like, I mean, it's like it just feels like he's dragging his own character creation.
Right. Like she made the decisions to not do nothing. Like he was like, well, I was like, thought about making Hinata the main character.
You could have just done something else.
You really could have. But anyway, that as I said that in the beginning to show that there was like, yeah, he probably thought about some of the stuff in her character a little bit, but I feel like all of it was just an afterthought in comparison to Sasuke and Naruto. And Kishimoto definitely had a little hard on for Sasuke, so she had no chance. But I thought there's some tweaks along the way that probably would have made her character a little bit better. And I got it broken up like there's background, her powers, and then her end game. So for like her background, she don't have no real I guess struggle, growing up, besides her forehead. That's how deep he thought.
That's why I was like, I was having this conversation with my husband when I was we were talking about the idea of the show, because I was talking to him about it, and I was just like, what struggle does she, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know Naruto's struggle, we know Sasuke's struggle. What struggle does she come to the table with? Like dark struggle. Like not like puberty struggle. Like
she was made fun of because of her forehead, which is just in the world of ninjas. That's your struggle.
You gonna have a little thing on anyway, sometimes.
Right, the headband.
Yeah.
Like become a ninja. How about that? And I think what was the other? And then just I guess her obsession with Sasuke.
He said, well, my husband said that I think she compared herself to what's her name?
Ino.
Yeah, Ino.
I mean, yeah. Like
and she had to learn to like accept herself for who she was in a way, kind of.
Okay. And when Kishimoto did say that too, he was like, he didn't know. I think he said he just wanted to write Sakura like a regular chick or a regular girl. Okay. And he was like, that's what they were worried about, essentially. Like, they didn't have focuses in other places. He didn't think to give her any other type of storylines because he just wanted to write her as a normal girl. So he didn't really think about her development that much.
I mean, I feel like that's valid. I mean, because she does strike me as quite normal compared to the others.
Yeah, because she really doesn't have any standout traits about her besides her pink hair. Like, the entire, like, they say that she has great chakra control. That the only place that really comes into play is her learning medical ninjutsu at the end of the first series. So they also said she had affinity for genjutsu. That goes nowhere besides her dispelling genjutsu.
I just thought about like an issue as well, related to female characters. But I want you to go through just like the female healing thing.
Mm-hmm. It's always a support.
But yeah, go. I'm gonna say that for my Orihime rant. But go. Okay.
No, okay, her perfect. But yeah, so like for her background, I was like, I would change up. I would give her some dramatic ass shit. Like she had no visible parents until I want to say fillers of the end of the first series. And Naruto had his parents gone from birth. Sasuke, his parents died when he was 9 by his brother. So they both got some things to work through to develop their characters. Sakura got a big forehead. So I said that I would have had her parents come in from the beginning, but give her some crazy shit like her parents are in this like toxic like situation, and her mom is like doing all her best, but her dad is just like, you know, the typical drunk, angry. And I say that like they don't really have any like shit hit the fan moments until after the teams are formed in Team 7, and then have her dad like really fly off the handle and she be the one to have to kill him.
Ooh, okay. So
Trauma.
like some family, like and that's why I said I do
Give
agree.
her something outside of Naruto and Sasuke and that dependency on them to progress. Like give her something to the side that's
because my husband was saying that
makes us
too.
care about him, care about her.
Yeah, my husband was talking about that too. Like she can be normal, but I feel like everybody generally in shows and anyway, the typically these characters in these shows have darker struggles, and like I can understand that like everybody doesn't need, but generally any character who's gonna have a good character arc has some some deeper struggle that they have to conquer. Like and it doesn't always have to be like a demon is inside, or it could just be like, you know, like imposter, you know, any deep struggle that regular people have. So do you feel like she had any deep struggle outside of her puberty, girlhood? I think that's a normal girlhood struggle. But what has adult Sakura had to, what darkness?
I think it's just they just gave her a continuation of her storyline, but with enhancements. They gave her actual abilities this time. They gave her more of a direction. So like training under Tsunade put her in this whole, you know, gave her a parallel to become one of the strongest Kunoichi because she was being trained by the strongest Kunoichi. So that they gave her that, but she was still pining after or desire like wanting. It was still wrapped up in Sasuke. It was still falling behind but wanting to keep up. And I feel like even that, like there were elements where she definitely was a bigger support to the team in the second half, because she had her whole fight with Sasori, and she was really instrumental in the war. But I don't know, it just wasn't enough for me. It kept feeling like she was still being used for her same devices, but like I said, with a little upgrade,
just a little scaling. So Shorya King, which is my husband, who you're having this conversation, so he's saying what his thoughts are. He thinks it's cool to have a regular character that it balances the group, and there was enough darkness involved with so many other characters. He just doesn't agree. He likes that Sakura being normal kind of grounds some of the darker themes, and like everybody doesn't have to have, you know, demons they have to fight.
They don't. But I feel like you can give those also to your side characters, your actual side characters. She was still supposed to be like the heroine, the I want to say the focal point for the females on the show. And that's what he made a point to talk about, how Hinata, he wanted to switch gears and make her the heroine because he just didn't feel like it was working out with Sakura. So like if these are the issues this character is facing, the formula's not working. Like what the way she's being presented is not really doing her favors, because that's the reason she's getting drugged so much. If people don't like the direction or the way she handles situations or her development, I feel like it was so much was catered to the power-ups and stuff given to Sasuke and Naruto when she is still, that was
one of the main.
She's useless.
But, yeah, you know, like I said, I'm not like an avid Naruto fan or anything, but I definitely feel like, you know, like I said, she clearly was there as a eventual love interest. But I do still feel like there is a chance that even if you knew she was going to eventually marry or be with one of them and have kids, you could put a situation where like maybe she shines through in motherhood. Maybe now she can be a hero to mothers or something. Do you feel like, so what other rewrites would you have done? Because I think you had a few other ones you said. Like the things you would have changed.
With her end goal, I kind of was fine with her ending up where she was. Like, you know, being this respected, the greatest medical ninjutsu user, that type of thing. I didn't mind that, but I wanted her journey getting there to be a little bit more impactful, so it could feel like, yeah, she can chill now. She's put in her work, which she has, I guess. But I wanted to. I'm still waiting for more Sakura. Like that fight she had in Boruto. Keep in mind, we're on the 3rd series now, and I'm still waiting for those moments from Sakura. Still waiting. She should have already had her time. That fight she had with Shin was badass, but it was like literally 7 seconds, and nothing else since then. So I don't know. I would be fine with her being where she is as long as she had more, like the Genjutsu. Right. I personally wanted that to be developed a little bit more. Maybe have her train with Kurenai, since she wasn't doing nothing with her team, especially after she got pregnant. That's another forgotten character, for thrown away female character that they
you said she got pregnant and just was like, forget it. I mean, that does happen in real life. I'm not gonna hold you
but
there.
Even before, I think she got her ass handed to her by Itachi when he first showed up. And that was the last we ever seen of Kurenai using her abilities, her genjutsu, or any of that. So they could have wrote her in, maybe even forget all the stuff with the backstory. Let's not have her have some tragic backstory, but at least she could maybe seek after more people to mentor her. Because how many people did Sasuke have training? He had Kakashi, he had Orochimaru, he had what is it? Madara. You know, he was always with these people getting stronger and better. And Sakura just had Tsunade. She could have had, if like she dived into her genjutsu, Ino's abilities are kind of similar. So they could have gotten closer, maybe helped train. Then she could have transitioned into Kurenai and actually developed some type of genjutsu abilities. Because you could just think about her, the bump up in support she could have, setting up, you know, more like espionage type missions. Like imagine all her abilities she has now, but just add in a little bit of genjutsu, a little bit of stealth.
She's definitely getting that treatment of like, just like you said, the after. It was like, okay, well, we gotta, you know, it just feels more like, okay, well, she's a ninja, she's gotta train, you know, like kind of more like an afterthought of just kind of like, because of your scaling the other people so much, you're like, oh yeah, we gotta scale them. It just feels like that kind of like afterthought of like, oh yeah, we've scaled them so much. Okay, let's give her, okay, she's gonna go train. So now we can scale her, you know? But it definitely feels still more related to like the other characters and what the writer wants to do with them anyway, and just being like, okay, well, she's part of the ensemble, so we got to give her something. Let's give her, you know. It definitely feels that way.
I feel like they could have been an arc that at least one out of all the arcs in Naruto, one arc really could have been dedicated to Sakura. I feel like
that's the same thing I was saying about Vegeta. He can't have one, like in the grand scheme of things, like
in the grand
can we give them one? And Rashawn redeemed song request. This is like his thing now. This is like Rashawn's thing now. Like Rashawn comes in the chat. Rashawn don't say nothing, but Rashawn is gonna do his song request, and then get mad if we don't sing.
Right, but okay, so every time I get ready, but with Sakura's ability to use genjutsu.
Oh no, wait, this is a different one. We gotta sing. You gotta sing an anime song.
Oh Lord. Why you got this? This is actually
I'm supposed to be deleting these. I always forget to delete them when the show.
Yeah, since you didn't delete it, you kick it off. You start something.
I don't. What song?
What song? You been listening to anime music lately?
No, I've been listening to ratchet music.
Well, Arshawn, can she just do any song? Because I'll do any song.
I'm just really gonna ignore him. Really. We were knee deep in a good conversation.
Not them channel points going to waste.
Here, let me give him back.
Let me give him back.
Rashawn, pretend they not there. Why do you have to give in to the temptation every stream to click this button? Every stream, he got to do it. Just got to click the button. I just cannot. You know what? Let me give you a little point
like
back.
My singing, it's
any song. Okay, any song. He said any song.
Okay, do some Whitney Houston.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Okay, I got one. Since we're in Pixar mode, I got one.
Not like that.
Okay, you ready? You ready?
Yes.
We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. But it was our wedding day. We was getting ready and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Bruno came in with this mischievous grin. You telling that story or am I?
Okay.
Bruno says it looks like rain. In doing so, he floods my brain.
Hey.
Married in a hurricane. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. I'm laughing at your face. There we go. We did Bruno. All right. Yeah. There you go. Now don't press it. He just used 5,000 for a redemption. That's not even live because I'm not playing the game.
He said the one that's not even live.
That's when I play Overwatch. Look, if you got money, just say that. Okay.
Right.
Anyway.
That was a good one.
All right, there you go.
I'll do the next one if one pops up.
We just watched Encanto yesterday. And Moana. And Inside Out.
Because you had them lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I listen to the Encanto soundtrack regular.
No, I do Dreamgirls. I love Dreamgirls. I know all those.
Oh, yeah, I gotta, speaking of, Yellow said he was gonna do a musical stream for me because, I love musicals. Probably more than I love anime. So, anyway.
I didn't know that about you.
I am a musical person. Don't play with me. So, carrying on about Sakura.
Yes.
How women are an afterthought in the anime, in the shonen writing room.
I think it was just because that a lot of people were, that was a big conversation around that time when that interview took place. I think it was 2010. 2009 when he was talking about pretty much like with Sakura. I think at one point he didn't even use her name. He called her that chick.
I mean, but if you don't like, you don't have to put her, like, this is ridiculous. And Rashawn said he redeemed that because he wants us to be more sensitive to the feelings of the chat. That's why he did the 100 sensitivity to the chat. That is not how that redemption works, sir. That is for the sensitivity in game. But okay, I appreciate you. 100% to the chat. Okay, chat. We love y'all.
My chat is. I got my thing a little small. Are we ignoring the chat? I'm sorry.
No, we're not. It's on the screen, and they're not really saying much. But of course, chat. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. We always like to engage with y'all, and I know y'all may not have much to say about this or even know who we're talking about, and that's fine. I still appreciate y'all being here. So if there's anything y'all want to ask us about the show, the topic, anything, you can put it in the chat, and we are reading the chat and we will respond. But for now,
even if it ain't on topic.
Oh, we go off on a side mission now. Don't play. But yeah, that's kind of weird to hear the writer of something talk so bad about a character you wrote. Like,
especially one of the main ones.
Yeah, just why? Like, I don't like that. She could have just. Why couldn't Sasuke have rolled up on her? Why couldn't she just be somewhere? Like, if she was just here, because he said he wanted to do this love triangle thing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm probably wrong, because I don't really fuck with Naruto like that. But like,
yeah,
did she ever create a point of contention, like true contention between the two?
Naruto and Sasuke?
Yeah, because there's like a love triangle. I mean, besides the like Naruto kind of having, I could say he had feelings and Sasuke was treating her like her trash. But like outside of that, like But I feel like Naruto was more in love with Sasuke than Sakura, really. So like,
I mean, he got that kiss before she did. It took them having babies before Sakura got that kiss. Naruto got it on that first date.
I'm just saying. But, so like, what? I mean, you couldn't just have some just strong homoerotic undertones to the two main characters. I mean, you didn't really need to bring her in simply for a love triangle that was pretty much didn't have any weight to the story.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with that. I feel like if anything, y'all at that point, why make 3-man teams? Just make them duos. Just have a whole group of twos out here doing their thing. Put Sakura with Ino, so you can forget about them completely, since that's your thing.
Or or you could just, if you could have had that whole dynamic between them two as a whole story, its own thing. If that's what you, if that's the struggle you was gonna give her as a female, do pairs, let her be with her, and they have to work out that dynamic.
Yeah, and I do agree with sure you can critically. What are you talking about?
It's my wife's torn so great and Bree is so trash.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
I mean,
but sure you can down here. Sakura has more meaningful screen time than almost all side characters, which is, I want to say, just about true, and maybe the exception of well, not the exception of, because he had in comparison, yeah, she absolutely had the most meaningful screen time, but I would say behind them is either Neji or Shikamaru.
But is she really a side character? I guess the show is Naruto, so Sasuke and Sakura.
Naruto, so he's the main
but Sasuke
character.
Doesn't feel like a side character, though.
No, not at all. The show could be called Sasuke.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, why is Sakura, like, it feels like, so maybe it's a me thing, because it feels like she also should be just as built up. If that squad, like, I feel like that squad is supposed to be the main character.
There are so many examples of ensemble casts even bigger than this, where they all given their just like Akame ga Kill had what, 8 characters in that night raid, 7 characters, and I feel like I knew all of them. I feel like I was invested in all of them, and they did that in such a short amount of time. We've had seasons. Naruto came out every day for years. Not every day, but I'm talking about every week for years. Right. And like very minimal breaks, and we still ain't really got where we needed to with her. We got that with Naruto. We got that from Sasuke. We saw Naruto on that same fucking slide at least 3 times per season. Like
you said, the story is about. Yeah, I agree. Right. Slide, that's what he's saying. Like the story is the Naruto and Sasuke. Right. So it just feels like she was doomed because she was just thrown in there to end up with Naruto or Sasuke. And I'm like, well, if you wanted this to be a Naruto and Sasuke story, like you said, do pairs or just have her pull up later on. So like we're not watching her from the get go and like seeing her kind of just haphazardly get small plot progressions. Yeah, just like have her pull up later, but have her pull up in Shippuden. Have her pull up. If you knew she was just here to get to it with one of the characters, basically, we didn't need to see her from prepubescent age.
Best example, look at this, not best example, but you think about the abilities that Naruto got, you think about the abilities that Sasuke got, all the different ways they either escalate or like there's different moves and they look completely different. Sakura, before she learned medical ninjutsu, her abilities, look at this, so she had, well, let's see, she has, for as far as taijutsu is concerned, which I mean arguably is her ability up until Shippuden, she has chakra enhanced strength. Well, when she gets that stuff, she has chakra enhanced strength. Her, what is it? Cherry Blossom Flash or Cherry Blossom Impact is her punching real hard in a downward direction. And then she has another move shortly after that called Puppet Spring Punishing Strike, which is her punching down again, but in against the puppet. So like the only change is what she's hitting. Like super awesome tree attack is that's a punch against a tree.
Don't do that to my
super awesome puppet tree. Smash attack is a smash against a puppet.
I mean, that's what I definitely agree. Like, I feel like if you just wanted a normal girl to come along to be with the broken edgy guy. We didn't need to have her in from the get-go. That's all.
No.
That's all I'm
We
saying.
could do something else.
Yeah, you could just put her in another squad. He roll up on her a little bit later. You know, we get to know her a little bit then. I just don't see why she had to be there from the get-go. He's saying that they both were born prodigies, though. No comparison.
I mean, yeah, essentially reincarnations of the original fucking ninjutsu users.
I mean, if he would just come out and say Sakura is just there to remind us, like we was talking about with Krillin. Like, I guess I could rock with that. Yeah. Like, Sakura is just here to remind you that these motherfuckers strong as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
information. Yeah. That's why I feel like she should have had either a more interesting backstory outside of Naruto and Sasuke. And if we're not going to do that, at least develop her a little bit more in her abilities, because this is a shonen. You want to see flashy shit, and you're not giving it to us with the main female character. So
yeah, I just feel like it's also like that too. It's like, damn, can we like something like flashy? Sailor Moon and this bitch. 2-man squads will break the entire story though. True, but this is just like you know, just playing around with some ways.
Yeah,
like you said in Dragon Ball Legends, they kind of, you know, he switched it up. How Vegeta was introduced, of course, we could say the same thing, right? Like if Vegeta was introduced that way and things had gone that way, it would change the whole course of the story. But I think it is still a fun thing to think about. Like, what's another way that this could have been done to give us the same outcome, but allow this character to also reach their potential.
It can be done. It's just about the amount of screen time you give these people to actually develop them. Like, even if you change nothing about her story, at least give her more opportunities to do more and to be more, you know?
That's why I just think you should be really careful about when and how you introduce the character. Because that's what we were saying about like how Vegeta was introduced, put him on a path. And I feel like her, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you get screwed because this is just like we being greedy with Sakura. It's like she's there from the beginning. We're watching her just as well as we're watching these other characters. And I mean, I feel like there's no reason that she shouldn't be a main character as well if we're focusing on the squad. So you're watching her grow up as a main character, you know, to the degree, and she's not getting the same thing. You know, she's a side character. And so, like I said, introducing her in a different way, if that's the end you wanted her to come to eventually anyway, like you could have introduced her in different ways and still reach that same outcome.
And so let me ask you, Shoryuken, where's the show's fault in this? I feel like it's just, I feel like you like Sakura, it's just, I can't just agree that nothing needs to be done with her. Like, that she's just is fine how she is. I just can't find that in me. And I maybe would have, if your intention was to bring her in that way, keep her in that way like throughout. Stop teasing me. Because that's one thing I really get irritated in. Y'all teased me with her way too much. The whole bringing up her chakra control and genjutsu use, but never really developing it until the end. Her in the tuning exam, that whole moment where Sasuke's knocked out, Naruto's knocked out, she's the only on the defense. She does a decent job stalling them with her traps and bombs and stuff like that, but that moment where that girl had her by the hair, and like I really was, that's probably some of the most I felt for Sakura, when that girl had her by her hair and she was like they were just whooping the shit out of Sakura, but she cut her hair off and she had the little moment, and it was just such a big thing. I thought that was the moment where her butterfly effect happens, where she becomes this more stronger character, where she becomes this, you know, this is the moment where I really got to step up because I wasn't able to do shit. If it wasn't for Lee popping in and saving you, we would all be done. But nothing happened. She just had shorter hair. She just had shorter hair.
Like, okay, I got shorter hair now. Let's see. So she was a glue piece, and is he saying Ino?
He was saying. He just said,
well, no had great.
No, I think he said no one had great genjutsu.
Oh, no one had. Okay.
Which is like the Sharingan users did, and that's even more. She could have been that one that just had the most I want to say what's the word I'm looking for when stuff don't work on you,
Oh, like it was like ineffective against she was just like it wasn't effective against her.
Yeah, they kind of made it seem like she was really talented at dispelling genjutsu since she wasn't using it during the whole Konoha attack moment when Orochimaru was attacking the Leaf Village, and everybody was under the genjutsu, and Kakashi was like, "I'm so happy I, taught you genjutsu survivability tactics, blah blah blah. You have a talent for it, blah blah." And nothing really happened with that. She could have been like more effective in, because the whole reason Naruto was so gung-ho to save Sasuke is because of that promise he made Sakura when she was crying outside that gate, and she was like, bring him back, and Naruto was tortured for years to try and keep this promise. I almost want to feel like if he didn't have that weight of that promise, because I think we saw that in later episodes down the line, how much weight that whole moment put on him to get Sasuke back. So I'm wondering if he would have even kept going as hard as he did if he didn't make that promise to Sakura. Yeah.
Part of me would say yeah.
That he would still go hard.
It just
like
feels
that
built into the character to me.
Yeah, that is true. It's just when I think Sakura was one that had that moment where she realized how much weight it was when she did that BS with that fake confession, telling Naruto, that was trash on her part. Telling Naruto she loved him when she really didn't, just to renege on the promise.
That's full, yeah. That's full.
Yeah, that was big trash. All right.
He said other than the Uchihas.
Other than the Uchihas, yeah.
Yeah, that's his.
Nobody really did have.
Yeah, that's why I say I think he still would have went that hard, period, because that's just the way about
that's him. Yeah, you're right. That's his ninja way.
Yeah, that's his way. So that's why I feel like he still would have been the same. But I mean, I mostly agree. I like I said, this is a problem across, I feel like, a lot of anime. So that being said, we're gonna move into Orihime.
Yes.
She is. Bleach has its problems. Before we get into Bleach has such a huge cast of characters. And I feel like it's a little bit it's still the same gripe. Like, you have all these characters with all this potential that you don't see. But just because of like so many characters are in this show, it is like, how can you really ever really address every single person or develop every single person? So when we started having this conversation and I was talking about Orihime, I was like, I'm not even gonna hold you. This isn't just a female thing with Bleach, because like, I would love to see more about Kenpachi and his captain. Like, I would just love to see more about him. Yeah, his lieutenant, sorry. I would love to just see. I know, and I just was like, I'm so happy that they kept going, because I would just love to see him, like, a whole thing. He said Bleach has no problems. But
come on, critic.
I would say Team Ichigo crew all have suffered this same fate. So I'm not even gonna say to some degree that like it's just Orihime. I just think she got it the worst.
Yeah, because Chad, at least, well, I'll see where you go with this.
Well, no, I mean, really with it, because like we did talk about the Chad problem, but like I feel like the way they talked about Orihime or whatever, like it just felt like we didn't get any of that. And like, I'm not reading the mangas or anything, so maybe it just felt like also this thing, which I said was a lot of my issue with Orihime, is like she felt like she was just here to be Ichigo's girlfriend, but then they were just in this really ambiguous space where she really wasn't. Like, they were just friends, but she had an unnecessary obsession with his safety and him. She would follow him to the ends of the earth. And it just felt like, okay, they gonna end up together. This is why she's here. This is why she's here, to eventually have his babies. It definitely felt that way. And like, it was just kind of like they should have, like, they were playing around with, she's so powerful and she has this and she has that. And we did see her powers develop some and stuff. But that whole like Tsubaki and all of it, like, I don't know, like whatever. It kind of felt like she's supposed to be like God tier, like some being, like she has powers endowed by like another, kind of like I said, like Elizabeth in Seven Deadly Sins, kind of like
definitely things. Around that Arrancar arc.
Yeah,
they was building her up a lot.
So, like, have we gotten this in the manga? I'm willing to hold my opinion until I know, but, like, I just feel like we moving, like, they got manga out now where they didn't have babies. Did she ever do?
Well, I don't know per se. I know because I on and off read the manga. Like I started right after where they left off with Aizen and everything, but I didn't get crazy far. But I like picked up, like maybe I went months without reading it, and then just like saw that they had a new chapter, and I went back and read like the last 2 of that portion. So I do know some things that happen, but I don't know if she ever gets her just dues. Kind of like Adam Eve from what was it, Invincible?
Adam Eve.
Did you watch you watched Invincible?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Adam Eve is the arguably the strongest character in the show.
They always got that person like that, don't they?
The one in all pink. She's
okay,
his love interest side of Amber. Yeah, she's really like she can do so much and get so little credit. But anyway, I feel like that Orihime kind of gets the same. Like I feel like she would be the same character. She can do so much theoretically with like even time, like reversing somebody to the point of no existence.
Something like when you build somebody,
she essentially can do that, but they don't really dive.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. Like what? Aldo is so annoying. But is this like a Team Ichigo problem? Because I feel like the other people, they develop though. They're like developing. I feel like it's a Bleach thing.
Shoryuken said probably with the exception of Ishida, and I do agree with that. Ishida got a lot of development and a lot of, especially coming up. This whole next section is going to be pretty intense with Ishida. But yeah, I feel like Chad, he had his moments, and I definitely am fully drawn and endeared to Chad. I feel like there could have been a little bit more with his story. That whole Fullbring moment. Mm-hmm. I think that's the last arc of Bleach in the anime that they did, trying to like pretty much tie in the origination of Chad and Orihime's power. Did you watch that? Did you like that?
I did not. No. I didn't. Well, look, this is the thing with Bleach. I'm not a filler person.
Mm-hmm.
So I could not keep watching it episodically.
Yeah,
because the fillers would come in. Yeah, so I'm just like, I definitely intend to just like do. My husband did a marathon more recently, and I was like, I should just watch it through with you again. I watched most of it, and I kept up with all the fights and like plot points. But I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and watch all these fillers and like all that. So like, I know what happens. I know all the plot points. I think I was watching it episodically up to pretty far. Because there were like 300 and something. How many episodes? 300 and... I don't know how many episodes there were. How many did there end up being? I feel like I made it through most of those. I was 200 and something.
366.
Yeah, so I was like 290, like up there. It was just like the last chunk I didn't watch. The last little chunk.
And that ain't bad. You really could have stopped.
I really could have stopped way before then.
Because the rest, I feel like from the point of the Espada coming to Earth or coming to our plane of existence, maybe a little bit before then and on, it was so rushed.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole rush part. Yeah,
throwing out bankais, throwing out different pairings of fights that it just essentially didn't really make too much sense.
It started
the fact that the number one Espada. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
I was just saying that the fact that the number one Espada, and they're supposed to be in a ranking system. Number two is over here like eliminating people's flesh to the bone and all this stuff, and his start got taken out by a Shikai. Granted, it was what's his name? I forgot his name. The one in the pink robe, the captain.
Oh, I don't know. I always be thinking about he be looking like light-skinned Red Fox, but I know you're talking about. I don't know his name.
I love him though, but I think he's like apparently like the second strongest behind the captain. Like,
but there's always been in Shonen, isn't there like this thing where you say this person is this and this person is this strong and they're strong, and then somebody comes along and it's just like, I definitely think that's like a Bleach.
But he destroyed the number one with just his Shikai.
But that's why I have trust issues with shonen, because when they say this, they say stuff like that, and then they do stuff like that. This is a continuously a shonen thing.
But like this, I don't went off on a tangent about.
I'm just saying, but I'm willing to go. I'm just like, this is a. But yeah, sorry, but yes, I would have liked to see her like the best example I have, like I said, is Seven Deadly Sins, kind of like Elizabeth being an angel, or like just kind of having like this memory loss of who she was, and maybe that's why she didn't know, or even just having like some entity that's inside her, that's why she can't connect to it. Just like I feel like there should be like something there. And I just feel like, once again, which is my issue a lot of times with, we understand in shonen there are side characters, and there are like there's the main character, obviously the hero. I think we're all okay with that, but I do feel like when it's a female side character, like some of the outs or the reasons for it's just be weird. It's just like, only because she could potentially hook up with the main character. It just always feels like that's the only reason that they're there.
Yeah.
You could just feel it in the writing.
And that's my argument for a lot of these characters. I want their development and their backstories and all that stuff to be independent of the main characters or the dudes of the show. Like, my only contribution to this shouldn't just be for relationship purposes.
That's what I'm saying.
I want the character to be fleshed out. I want to be intrigued in what they got going on, how they would handle a situation. I want to be watching an arc of whole other characters going through some stuff, and I want to be thinking to myself, how would they handle the situation?
That's the more annoying part too, because you'll put all these random fillers in. Like, give me a side story with the side people. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Like, especially
and interesting
Bleach.
Ones. Don't give me Boruto versions with these little. There's a whole team of female characters, and when the moment I saw it, I was like, "Why did y'all do that? Y'all know this ain't gonna go nowhere." And lo and behold, nothing. A whole team, 3 girls, and it's the weakest team, the most trash tier team. One girl is basically Kroger version of Canary over here screaming shit. I love Canary. Don't get me wrong. Canary's OP, but this girl
said, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But you know, like for Bleach, all these fillers that I did not enjoy and didn't want to see. The only one that was like partially, possibly a little bit interesting to me was the Zanpakuto one. But I'm like, we wasn't gonna have some kind of loop around to Kenpachi's so I ain't even watching it.
The ghetto.
Oh wait.
How you playing the sound of
that? When they was form.
Yeah, when they was like that one. I was like, that was remotely interesting. That was like, okay,
yeah,
that was cute.
I was like, ooh, I get to see what they look like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That one was cute or whatever. Rashawn said other than filler, Bleach was flawless. Okay.
I don't know about flawless.
Can you lie to yourself? Was
amazing.
Bleach did not wake up flawless. Well, he is one of the OP characters. Bleach, his Bankai is dangerous to all those around him, and then they started saying Kurosaki-kun. Yeah, I just feel like it's just the limitations of these writers. Maybe they don't have female relationships in real life or something. It's just like we all women do is cut our hair, and heal, and then have babies.
And scream out
scream out the names of the main characters.
But that's why I think I was telling you that before we did the stream. I was like, just write a storyline for a nigga and put her in it, and just change the pronouns, maybe change up some reactions, but just write an arc for a dude and put her in it.
And just have it be.
If you can't write for a girl,
don't write for. Just write a character. This is a fictional world anyway, where little kids are being put in tournaments to fight for their life. And she has to be realistic. Okay, guys. All right. Like for real. At least Dragon Ball Z had the forethought to not just leave me at the house. Bulma and Chi-Chi just stay at the house.
Stay at the house, bitch and moan about what we doing when we get back.
Right.
But Chi-Chi ain't out here pretending to be in no fights.
Or Bulma. Bulma be doing her Bulma thing.
But Bulma out here slapping God, so we can.
But Bulma be out there doing her Bulma thing. She got her business. She is successful.
She actually contributed.
Yeah, she be doing her thing. That's what I'm saying. So she got her own. She be over there doing her Bulma thing. But you're not gonna put a fighter in besides Android with 18. Anyway, 18.
Well,
yeah,
they're both of them.
Right, but they're like Android, so they basically wrote them the same. So I mean, generally speaking. So I'm like, yeah, at least Dragon Ball Z had the like. Let me leave. The first female fighter we really got was what's her name? I be want to call her. I want no, like in this like toe to toe, not Chi Chi. Like in Super. I feel like in Super, I always want to call her Broccoli, but that's not her name.
I mean, they are all vegetables.
I know, but I be want to call her Broccoli.
You know how long it took me to realize the whole Frieza crew was like. Their whole theme was Frozen, and I didn't get it.
Who else? Wait.
Like Frieza is like a freezer.
Yeah.
Frieza. King Cole is his father, King Cole. And then his brother is Cooler.
I hate y'all. I hate it here.
I was like, now y'all just thinking shit and making a whole lineage off of the refrigerators.
I hate them. But no, like seriously, I'm gonna call her Broccoli Floret. That's what I be want to call her.
Who is it?
What's her name? That's not her name. Is it Kelp? What's it? It's Kef.
Oh, Kefla. Gotcha.
I want to call her Kefla. Broccoli Floret. I do not want her name to be Kefla. I don't know. I just decided her name was Broccoli Floret.
I'm trying to think. What is the vegetable Kefla? Is that like cauliflower? Because they really
is it? I think it's like cauliflower. I think
vegetables. Kakarot is carrot.
Oh wait, they all vegetables?
For the most part. To me,
wait, I'm so slow. I be feeling like I'm high. Like what? I just never put carrot in vegetable.
Let me see.
Vegeta.
Maybe that's just a fan thing that has been going on for decades, and I just assumed it was canon.
No,
but I'm pretty sure.
Carrot.
Because even like one of the main characters, the villains in the manga was granola. It's all food.
I mean, Piccolo was an instrument. Are they all? They not instruments.
Inanimate objects, just with names.
I thought it was like, are they all instruments or something? But no, her name is it supposed to be cauliflower?
That's
cauliflower?
What I'm thinking, like every time I hear new names, and it's. I mean, what was it? Garlic Jr.
Yeah, they did have. Okay, so
Raditz.
Like radishes. Yeah.
I'm looking this up. Dragon Ball Z names.
Who else is Khalifa? Yeah, like cauliflower. Yeah. Khalifa. Okay, that's cute.
So I think I got a list here. So
who all the same? Yeah, because because Broly's the same.
So Prince Vegeta is vegetables. Kakarot is carrot. Broly is broccoli. Paragus, which is Vegeta's dad, is asparagus.
Okay. Yeah.
Nappa is like Napa cabbage.
Yeah, that's the cabbage.
Radish is radish. And then, like we said, either Khalifa is
cauliflower.
Kefla is cauliflower. Kaba. Who is Kaba? Is that Vegeta's brother?
Yeah, cauliflower.
I think Vegeta's brother is Kaba. Okay. Or is it something else? No. The Saiyan from Super is Kaba.
Well, that's why I want her name to be Broccoli Floret. See? I wasn't off. I said Broccoli Floret.
She is the female Broly, so that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. I thought her name was Broccoli for the longest.
Well, it's broccoli to us.
Broccoli.
That's her.
I'm just saying.
That's her new Otaku Talk name.
Broccoli was a good fighter, and she basically was a female them. So I feel like
they was getting on my nerves with that quick ass power up. The same way every time they bring up a new Saiyan, they was like, "Oh, let me teach you how to go Super Saiyan 3 immediately."
We had to wait so long for payoff to even get the first one.
Sit through so many screams, so many white eyes.
Speaking of screams, shout out to hubby for watching One Piece because that shit is irritating as fuck. I've just decided I cannot watch One Piece. Luffy yells absolutely too much for me. I just can't. Even the kids be like, "Why he yelling?" They just it's irritating. That's the saying from Universe 8. So yes, I feel like Dragon Ball Z for all its problems, how they did Vegeta, like at least they gonna leave the females alone. They just like, we don't know what women do besides stay home and cook and have kids. So that's where they gonna be. At least they leave them where they gonna be at. But some of these other ones, like I said, I would love to see Orihime. I hope to see that at some point. Like whatever is giving her powers, why she's so dense about it.
What would you like to see her character end up like? Do you want her to be like, just put her in that housewife role, or do you want to see her like?
Oh, she finna go there anyway. She finna go there anyway. But I would like to see her. I mean, she already got a kid. I just would like to see her. Like, I would like it if she had an entity in her that's why she was kind of like a multiple personality thing. That's what I would prefer to see. Like, okay, she like that would have been like a cool struggle of almost like, well, kind of like Scarlet Witch and Wanda, or like Scarlet Witch and Wanda kind of thing. Okay. Like that kind of giving that kind of vibes where you got this being in you that's just like, I'm here for the ride, but like, bitch, I will take over. I will take over.
That really could have been a feasible thing because she got her little hairpins and they're all individual. Those little fairy creatures. There could be like one like queen mother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One of them. Or it's just like it's a consensual takeover, kind of like the whole Moon Knight thing, where he's like, "Okay, give me the body. Here, you can have the body." Like even that kind of thing. Like I just would like to see that kind of like thing with her.
In shonen, I always just want that edge to the female character because I know they're not gonna get it. So I want them to have that like badass about them. Like
take a page from Marvel's book, like. Scarlet Witch is a dope ass character. Like she's not perfect, and I do like that.
Or like Mikasa. Like Mikasa's OP, but she's really
badass.
She doesn't win everything. She has her moments. Like she be fucking up. She be letting her emotions take over her.
Let's talk about Mikasa because I feel like she was done well. Do you feel like she was done? I feel like she was done well. And the fact that like she seemed like more than just the afterthought because even the whole like by the time you get around to like the whole point of it all, it was just like, oh no, I was reaching out to her. It had to be her because she had the right the initial wrong I did. Like I had to connect to her. It had to be a female. It had to be her.
Right. And I think they paid attention because we already talked about how Attack on Titan is a slick masterpiece just from the way they've been plotting from the get-go. Our first scene, first flashback that we didn't even know was clues. That whole thing, like she had legit conflict through multiple portions of the seasons. The whole, well, now Aaron's a Titan. I got my, I want to protect him and all that stuff, so I'm dealing with that. And then the whole him getting kidnapped and her response to that, her thinking he's dead and her reaction to that, and how in that moment I thought she was about to be the main character. The way she like stood up and was like, I'm gonna charge into this Titan even though I could die, and that type of thing. She ain't have no more ODM gear fluid. And then even towards the end when he turned on everybody, or so they thought, like there was just so much development with her, consistent development, so much attention paid to her, and that's what I wanted to see from other characters. Like Attack on Titan is just a perfect example. I'm invested in fucking Connie.
Right. I just love like seeing all of the, like they're around. But that's why I say like some people will say that Attack on Titan is shonen, but I just don't feel like it's shonen. Like even how they develop the characters, and it's like some of the darker. And that's also another example of like how a person can have a darker theme, like a dark struggle that's not a demon living inside of them.
Yeah.
Just like struggling with like regular human struggles. But it's like this weight that they're like constantly carrying or fighting against or trying to conquer. And that's what I meant by like struggle that Sakura could have had, like a dark struggle. Not like a demon trying to eat my brother wiped out my family, just regular human dark struggles. Like
that too. Maybe her forehead could have been something a little different. It could have been, her, because even Chocho has a whole weight thing. That's well, she used to. That was Choji's daughter. Choji and the black ninja from the Cloud Village, they had a daughter, and her thing in the beginning was like weight and all that, but it was kind of short-lived actually.
I mean, at this point, I'm so sick of Sakura still. So I'm like, can we introduce a female lover that comes along and she'd be like, oh, maybe I just like girls the whole time. And screw Sasuke. Like just kind of being like, oh, I thought I was in love with Sasuke, but it just never. Because I mean, let's be real. Like their interaction is very like, one of y'all don't really see.
Yeah, my kisses can't be forehead flicks. I'm sorry.
But the fact that you're just like, yeah, this is great. Like, maybe you're just like, you know what? Maybe I'm just not into men, because I was okay with that. I was so okay with that. Maybe it's because I just didn't really like them in that way.
That took me out. Not y'all got a whole kid and you still getting mushed in the forehead.
I'm just saying, like, maybe for soccer, just be like, wow, like, okay, I didn't ever feel like I was lacking anything in my interactions with Sasuke, because I didn't really want it from him. I just loved him deeply, like, as a person in that care for him way. But maybe he didn't really make my lady parts tingle, and I just didn't. I didn't realize it.
Every time she do that, and like I love when he like goes to, like, she goes in for a kiss and he does a little forehead flick and she like crumbles to the ground, or she. I mean,
at this point, one of them gonna have to have a little lover on the side. I mean, maybe that's like, look, we need to go on Wattpad and find some little some more fan fiction where she's Sakura. Yeah, Hinata, Sakura, or Sakura run off and discover Naruto, and Sasuke cheating on the side. I'm gonna just need some scandal somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
So this is the training that y'all been doing?
This is the training
all summer? I don't think they attacking that muscle. You don't need to tighten that up.
I'm saying I need a Wattpad story now. Sure, you can say struggling with confidence is as real as it gets. Yeah, I mean it is, but she always struggles with playing second fiddle.
In a show like Naruto, I don't know. I don't know. I do agree. That is confidence is definitely a battle. Can't pretend like I haven't had that over the years, but nobody's not watching my life entertainment.
I mean, and that can manifest in more ways than you know. I don't know. I think he just put very safe female struggles, or what he deemed as very safe female struggles,
or at least tie it up. Don't give me second fiddle self-esteem all the way until fucking end, when she, what was it? She released her seal in the middle of her forehead and popped Kaguya in the top of the head when they went to seal her. She's like, I finally caught up. No, you didn't. They're gods, baby. You didn't catch up. Naruto's over here reviving eyeballs in people's heads. Yeah, I think he beat you with the medical ninjutsu at this point.
Oh my god. Oh yes. And also, but if anybody, I just meant to say this, if anybody wants to leave their thoughts, we are in the Discord in the live room, so you can just come. It'll just be your voice, and you can come in and say what you want. You'll just have the voice of God today. So you can come into the Discord and jump in if you want to say anything. But yeah, no, what was I gonna say? I was going to talk about, these female support things. Why do you think it's always that the female characters are like healers or support?
I don't know, but I tell you, which is another reason why I'm excited for Solo Leveling, because they had tiers of what they call hunters that helped hunt down these monsters that would appear from these gates that would pop up. So there were, D tier hunters, C tier hunters, B tier, A tier, S tier, national level hunters, but they had I think it was an A tier healer who was male.
Okay.
And he was like the best healer they showed from that moment. And it really took me a moment. I was like, we don't really see that too often, where the main healer is a dude. And I really I agree with you. Like, that needs to happen more. They need to dive into that more. Stop just giving that to the female. Make it to where the female main character is a badass and she got some lackey dude in the back healer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can we get I mean, at this point, come on, guys. Like, I'm playing this dating sim, which is probably was made in the United States. So this probably is this about like Japanese culture that are generally
is still dungeon? I saw you post something about that.
Oh, it's great. You're missing out.
I was literally, that was going to be towards the end of the conversation. I was about to be like, you getting on live today? I want to play a game.
That's like grade A trash dating sim. But
damn, is it?
Yeah, it's just like, it's good trashy. But like, okay, maybe it's made in America because they got all non-binary, binaries, everything. It's a free for all. You got girlfriends, boyfriends, non-binary. It's all the people. Them days. It's great, but I don't think it's probably made in America. Because I was just gonna say, is this like a manifestation of just like Japanese societal roles still are much more like set there like it's still very much the women are like girls are girls, like it's still very solid over there. So is this why? Is it just like seen as like girls don't? It's weird because they're like fighting and stuff, so you're like, okay, but then they still somehow get to be stuck in these roles.
Well, I mean, Kishimoto said it. They're the female, so they're not as strong. So I feel like it just paints how they, had the impact these characters have on the storyline. They're the support. They know they're not going to ever be as strong as the male, so they give them the best they can do, which is healing.
Yeah, for any ladies watching, the strongest, the greatest accomplishment you could ever have in life is marrying the main character. And having his baby.
And hopefully it's not a female. Although, we
God.
Sarada.
So, okay, I'm going to ask y'all because I don't watch Boruto. Did Sasuke really forgot he had a child?
He almost killed his child upon seeing her.
Wait, I'm confused. So can somebody just like explain? Was he like, okay, so was he in like psycho mode? He wasn't himself. Like what happened?
No, that's the thing, and it's kind of, I think it's kind of lazily done. Sasuke is off doing all these. He's a shadow Hokage. Essentially. Okay. He's Hokage number 2. Yeah, that's him. He's been gone from the village doing all kind of espionage and stuff, trying to figure out what the next move is for these Otsuki, because they are clearly a threat. And Kaguya wasn't defeated; she was sealed. So it's like we gotta keep doing research on this. So he's gone from the village for years. Like he's been gone so long that he doesn't really instinctively remember her. But when they're like on this whole journey, she goes out with Naruto and Chocho, and to find Sasuke, and she tags along, and they finally find her. She gets separated from Naruto and Chocho, but I think she happens upon Sasuke in this like hut, and she like I don't know if she said Papa or Dad or something, but Sasuke looked at her, and I'm talking about literally knife to face, was about to kill her.
I mean, did he? And why did he not?
He wasn't under any type of.
So, like, if Naruto would have walked in there, would he not have recognized him?
No, he would have recognized Naruto. He wasn't out of it like that. He just didn't recognize her and went to attack her, a child.
Who called you daddy?
Child. Were you supposed to be on this?
She looked the same, right?
Huh?
She looked the same, or had she like puberty had hit? She was like taller.
I mean,
she looked like a woman.
Maybe she did get a little bit. No, that's a whole nother discussion about her character in the manga versus the anime. But she looks like a little girl. She's just maybe a little slightly taller, but she's had the same glasses.
How many years supposedly passed?
I'm not sure how many.
I think it was like 5 years. I think I saw in the memes or something like
probably
that.
That's
not enough.
Right.
That's not
enough to not recognize nothing about your daughter at all.
You're not gonna not remember you have a kid.
A child.
And you're not gonna not remember you don't have a kid.
Right. That's very true.
If a kid walked in and said, if somebody walked in and said, "Mom," I'm gonna kind of be like, "Hey, Charlie, baby."
Right.
I'm not gonna just be like, nice.
He almost killed your mom twice before you, and now he almost killed you. So it's kind of like a thing. If you're in this family, you got to almost get killed by the dad to be able to actually be part of the family.
You know what? Just garbage. I don't know. Definitely sounds badly written. Yeah, as a parent. I mean, even if the person who wrote this, if they're a parent, which they can't be. I mean,
he stops before he kills her, obviously, but
I could be blind and hear my child's voice and know it's them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb. Okay, trash. This one I don't see. Y'all be Naruto so great. Okay, y'all keep it up.
But Sarada is an interesting character. Like this should have been called Sarada instead of Boruto. Like I really hope, I want to see her journey. I can't wait till some kind of a time skip happens.
You think is she being groomed to end up with somebody else, or you think she's truly getting her own?
I think she's being groomed to maybe be with Boruto, but I think they made it very apparent from the get-go that Sarada wants to be Hokage. Boruto wants to be more like a shadow Hokage, like Sasuke. So his mentor is Sasuke. Sarada's mentor is Naruto, essentially.
So they gonna be together because
Sasuke.
It just feels kind of like, well, Sasuke and Naruto couldn't be together because it wasn't their time, because the world wasn't
if
ready.
It ain't Sarada, it's gonna be Mitsuki, because Mitsuki loves.
But that just feels like
Boruto.
But that just feels like the like, well, Sasuke and Naruto couldn't end up together, so we'll just let their kids be together.
Yeah,
kind of feels like that. Like, oh, they couldn't be together because the world's not ready.
Lets it happen.
I really just want Naruto and Sasuke to be together.
It ain't gonna happen. You get your brotherly love. That's it.
I'm just saying. I want that. He critically drinking said he secretly hates women. Absolutely. Sasuke is straight killer and a manosphere. Manosphere. I can't say that.
Oh, but that's what I wanted to mention, because it's so cringy too. In the manga, Sarada she looks even younger than she does in the anime, and she is so hypersexualized. I'm talking about her outfit is the miniest of skirts or shirts or whatever you want to call it. Like, they have, like, she's so, like, her character is just, like, kind of in certain scenes just sexual by nature, which is another.
Is this like not part of the story at all, that she's like this way?
Not.
No, I mean in the manga. Like, is it?
The manga is like she's a very strong kunoichi, and it's not like she's like a slut or anything. She's not out here, but it's just the way she's drawn and some of the angles they choose to draw for her.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand these choices with her, and it's like they've chilled out a little now.
Yeah.
But those first couple like chapters of the Boruto, she is just like out here practicing in a little two-piece tube top situation, real short.
The writer's just weird.
Biting her glasses.
Because, like, you could have just did all that with Sakura, though. She grown. She's an adult.
Right. But no, they gave it to the child.
But you don't never. She just this stale getting forehead kisses.
And they made Hinata look so homely. This is because they changed illustrators. I'm about to show you what Hinata looks like in one of these little images. She looks so. It don't look like she is going out to fight nobody ever again.
She said she secured the bag. I feel you.
I mean, she is with the.
I feel
with
you.
What I'm
fighting for? If Naruto and Sasuke can't handle it, what I'm gonna do? She's the queen.
I don't know.
She gotta survive.
Look at this. This is probably. What is this bowl cut they gave her?
Go move it over a little bit, and you out of frame. You out. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
She look like she in a Korean drama. She look like she in a Korean drama.
Like, look at my girl
with that sweater.
Look at my girl back in the day.
She could have been a baddie. Nah, because moms are homely. That's what we are. I'm a homely mother. Okay. That's what we do. You ain't giving
this energy with
That's
this.
What we do. We get
this little tight ass bub.
we get homely quick. It don't take much. But I did want to any other female. I mean, like I say, we don't get a lot. I mean, if we're talking about shonen, I mean, there's always one female character. I don't watch My Hero, but my husband said that they flesh out all the characters pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean, besides some people like Mr. The normal hero with the tail. When does he ever show up? Invisible Girl, they allow her to be invisible.
Right.
So to sink it to the back. Who else won? But they give like the electric guy, the girl with the headphone ear jack, obviously Bakugo, the main ones, Ida, Todoroki, they all get fleshed out really well. Some of the students don't really get their shine, but it's because like I wouldn't even know what to do with them. Where do I take the character whose power is having a tail? Where do I really take him? How does he?
It's also a large ensemble cast, so
it is.
I mean, if you're talking about you have a large ensemble, I'm okay if you leave a few of them just in the back.
Yeah, for the amount that they have, they do well, and like they do better than a lot of shows given reverence to the characters. They have 2 classes of heroes, and they still give good backstory to some of those as well. So
I mean, that's impressive. So, I mean, I've heard good things about it. But I do think that, generally speaking, like, you talk about female characters in anime's problem. I mean, I think that's why I always drifted more to slice of life. Because, you know, we both understand the importance of representation. I think is what I'm trying to say. Like, being black, being a female, you being gay. Like, I feel like we both understand. Sometimes I just want to see people who are going through what I go through or look like me. Like, I just need to see it. Mm-hmm. And like, I think that's why very early on, like not early on, but like I strayed away from shonen a lot because I did feel like even though they would throw these female characters in, they weren't bringing like feminine balance or energy to. It just wasn't,
or any type of dimension to
it wasn't like, it didn't really feel, you know what I'm saying? So like, it just, so I was always started to get drawn more to like slice of life and like josei and stuff like that. Very like, once I discovered it, I just kind of went that way just because for me, shonen is just very like catered to, I mean, it's for boys, so I'm not holding it, but it is what it is, you know? So that's kind of one of the reasons why for me shonen fell off, because I'm just not.
Hopefully it's on its way back though. What is Chainsaw Man's a shonen? So like,
it's getting blurry. Like some of the stuff they say are shonen. I don't know. Like I said, for me, you can never convince me Attack on Titan is a shonen. I mean, it's not. I just don't think it is. But I mean, I've talked about this on my channel. Like, you know, I did my josei, like my top 5, like josei anime or whatever. And like, I'm just desperate for josei anime. So this is not just a shonen problem. Like, we just don't get a lot of like female focused content, period. So
it's all about the lights, the attacks, the flash.
I mean, because you get a lot of like josei, like dramas, like J dramas, which I love J dramas. Like, I've started watching, what is it called, Soap and something. It's so good. It's a josei. It's based off manga. So a lot of the J dramas are based off manga anyway. So it's kind of like, okay, I might not get the anime that looks, you know, you want to see anime because it looks like the manga. You know, I prefer that. But at least we're still getting J dramas that are based off these josei manga, even though we're never getting anime.
So, besides Fruit Basket, is there like what is an anime in that vein that's getting like a theatrical release? Because, you know, we get the One Piece movies, we get the My Hero movies, we get the Naruto, Demon Slayer, all those movies that get killed in the box office. Like, there's no ones that are based without supernatural, because we got like Spirited Away and stuff, but it still has those sci-fi elements and stuff like that. Are there any like just love stories or like comedies and anime that get those type of attention?
Like I said, no. I mean, besides Fruit, which was, to me, was shocking that Fruits Basket got a movie and a remake, really. I think the few, like Nana, which I talked about, is old, but it has a live action movie and it's like classic, you know, it's a classic. But we just don't get them. Like, I can't think of a recent josei. Like, I'm on a mission to find a josei to watch that has come out in the last 2 years, and I still haven't found one.
Jeez, that's disappointing.
I mean, My Dress Up Darling is technically, like, if you were to look,
really popular.
Yeah, if you were to look at it, it would say it's seinen, or it would say shoujo.
Yeah. And
I will say that it teeters the line of josei and shoujo. It just kind of really would depend on how it ends, because like it's like, okay, they're both in school, so they're high schoolers, but the situations, you're getting a little bit more than you would in a shoujo per se. Like, you getting, have you seen it? There's like one scene.
No.
There's a scene where really. Kitagawa's doing a cosplay and she's like this sexy demon imp. And she's sitting.
I've seen photos. Yeah. I haven't watched My Dress Up Darling, but I've seen plenty of memes, plenty of like clips.
And she's like sitting on his lap because he's taking a picture of her. He's trying to get an angle. He gets a full-on boner. And they're just like sitting there. And like they show the rise up in the pants and everything. And I'm like, okay, this is no longer a shoujo. And then the episode ends with him like in his room, you know, getting one off, like saying her name. So like I was like, so we're no longer in the shoujo territory. Nasty. My little ears perked up. Yeah, my ears perked up after that because I was definitely like, okay.
Not y'all chucking chickens in anime.
Yeah, it was great. So like that's what I'm saying. So it feels like it's going into the josei, but it's really going to depend on how it ends. Like, do they end up together? How close to the end do they end up together? Because most shoujo, you end with them ending up together.
Yeah, with the confession and all that.
Yeah, but with josei, you get to see them in that relationship usually.
Okay.
So I mean,
they need to dive into that a little bit more. We talk about representation.
And I had found the name of this hentai like that was really good. That was like josei. It's something with I got the name. I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't have it in front of me.
I gotta use the bathroom real quick. You can pause for a second.
How you gonna wait? How do you start your camera off in Discord?
Yeah, I'll be back.
There you go. So yes, I'm looking for a josei to watch. But I guess I'll be talking about J-dramas and manga until some anime come out that has the subject matter that I want to see. But I have to find the name of that anime. But it basically covers these two adults in a relationship, and their relationship growing, and they like live in an apartment together. It had come up, and I saved it somewhere, and I can't quite remember where I saved it. I have like a bug bite on my arm, and it's really itchy right now. That's why I keep looking at my arm. But I have to find the name of it because it's really good. I think I like binged it in like one night. I watched all of that. So, but yes, we don't really get good subject matter. But for anybody, if you like to see just regular relationships based off like manga storylines, J-dramas or Japanese dramas is what that means, and K-dramas, Korean dramas, are really popular now. Like when I first started watching them, they were really hard to find. But now they're pretty easy to find on Netflix. I mean, Netflix has so many K-dramas on it. You can find them kind of everywhere now, which is cool because a lot of them have some really good stories, and they definitely get into adult situations. So I get tired of the kiddie stuff sometimes. Sometimes I'm just ready to see something else. What was that? Oh, I was like, I heard your voice before I saw you. It scared me. I was like,
sorry. I was looking for my little baby.
But before we wrap up, quickly, I was gonna say that I've been playing Boyfriend Dungeon. So definitely, I highly recommend it. It's very fun. I've really been enjoying it. It's pretty good. I'm pretty.
I almost passed by it looking for some Sims to play, some dating Sims and stuff like that, and I passed by that one, and I was like,
I know. I downloaded it like a month ago, honestly, because it was free on Game Pass. And so I was like, oh my God, let me play. I'm gonna download it because I was like, it's cute. This would be cute to play on stream. But then I saw like little screenshots of it. And I was like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. But then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna play it because Overwatch beta was closed. I mean, it's fine. Like, look, I'm not convincing you with this tone, but like,
right, not at all.
She
went up in her Mariah Carey.
Right, so basically it's a dating sim, and it's cute because it mixes dating sims with dungeoning in games. So anybody who plays like a lot of RPGs and stuff, you know the dungeon grind. You go in a dungeon, you level up, you get stuff, you go fight monsters. It has that aspect to the game with the dating sim. It's so cute. Okay. Yeah, it's really cute because, like, okay, so in this world,
let me go.
Right, you move
to. It's on Steam or what?
It is on Steam, but it's not free on Steam. It was free on Game Pass. So if I know PlayStation has, it might be free on theirs too.
I got the Xbox.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I don't know if it's still on Game Pass. Like I said, I downloaded it like last month. But basically, in this game, your character, you move to Verona Beach. For the summer, and your cousin, you've never been on a date, so your cousin's like, I'm gonna hook you up with all these people. I'm gonna hook you up so you can go on a date. So you're getting hooked up with these people. Now, in this world, some humans can transform into weapons.
Oh, and so, yes, I watched the trailer for it.
Yeah, so like you wield the weapons, and like you can wield a friend, but you can also wield a lover. So like it's a connection, right? So, but you don't have to be lovers to be wielded or whatever. So basically, you are dating like you have these weapons who you are building relationships with, and some regular humans too that you also have potential to date. So it's like this mixture. But I'm enjoying it so much. I'm on the toxic train. Okay. Inya's trying to save me from myself. This is like my 20s.
I'm not gonna be there with you, Inya. I'm not gonna be there with you. I want to, but I'm gonna dive into it. I'm gonna tell you to.
Which one?
I'm gonna tell you to.
I was like, this feels like my 20s again. Like it's captured for me. Like now it's getting more into like more fun. Like I just met Sawyer, who's non-binary, very young. I'm not into young baby face, but college student. And then there's who's the other one? Rowan, who's I think is non-binary as well, but Rowan is into like dark arts and like tarot cards and wears a choker and told me he's into BDSM. I told him something about killing him. He said that was sexy, that turned me on. I said,
yeah.
Okay. So
I'm about to slice your throat, Daddy.
Yeah, like we into it. Sunder's toxic. I'm not gonna tell you much about him, but that's bae. Sunder was sending sword pics. Okay, we was sending sword pics. We sending eggplant emojis.
Sword
pics. Don't play. Okay, look, we got eggplant emojis in this game. Okay, thirst. Look, eggplants with the thirst emoji with it. Yes, like it's so good.
This one with the long hair and the little red sword with the spikes, he might be number. Oh no, I didn't see my chocolate brother in the back with the little fencing sword.
See, that's what I'm saying. And it's so funny because we always talk about the allegory of the swords and how the weapon they are tells you something about their personality, and like how Isaac is just straight. He's just a straight.
They got a scythe on there.
I did. I just got a scythe. I just got a scythe. Yep. Did Sunder bite me yesterday? Sunder did bite me yesterday, and we liked it.
He did bite me.
We was getting cheeks clapped, and he was biting.
Yeah.
So yes, Boyfriend Dungeon is highly recommend, y'all. If you like dating sims, and I like the dungeon aspect of it because it breaks up just like the constant reading text and like all that, and it's got a cute soundtrack, and like they do.
Wish it was voiced. It's not fully voiced, is it?
But it's a good amount that's voiced though. Like when you first meet the characters, like they'll talk and stuff like that, and they'll like make sounds. I think it's well produced. Like it's good. It's a good mix. Like I said, you don't get tired of it because you dungeon. And for people who like dungeoning and like leveling up and getting equipment and stuff, it's good. It's a good mix.
Well, I'm about to start it. How long you been playing it?
I've streamed it for 3 streams. So I play like an hour. I'm in my 2nd dungeon, but I'm like just starting that one. So I'm still meeting people, so I can't be that far. So it's a good game. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I just downloaded it. It was still on Game Pass. Nice. What is it? There was another game you told me to download a while ago
that I was playing.
I think it was like $14. You was like, download it. We need more people to play it.
Oh yeah, Don't Starve Together. I'm still trying to get people to play that with me.
Let me look it up.
And I have that one on PC. That one's on Steam.
That was on Steam. Okay, I didn't see it on.
I need people to play with me.
I'm gonna download it
because I'm too scared to play it by myself. It's scary. It's like it's cute. Like it's like drawn. It's 2D, but it does scare.
Not like this.
Because like you die. Like it's like basically it's like you scavenge for stuff throughout the day. And then when the sun goes down, Charlie comes out, who's like this demon in the dark. I don't know.
Ooh, not but Charlie. He be killing Charlie's you. Coming to get you.
Yeah, so you have to have like fire, and you have to survive like through the night. And we keep dying. We be dying. We be starving. And we be turning into ghosts. So it's cool. It's like a survival game.
But I'm gonna download that too.
So yeah.
But the Boyfriend doesn't just finish, so I might hop on that at some point.
Oh, it's gonna get you. I'm about to look. I was like, look, let me get off this stream, go play Boyfriend Dungeon. Don't play with me. I'm finna go play. It's been calling me all day. I'm ready. My body is ready. So yeah, you gotta let me know what you think when you play it. Are you gonna stream it?
I haven't streamed anything yet, so I might as well. I haven't even really touched my
Twitch.
My Twitch. I need to. I ain't got nothing on there besides I need to get rid of this two authentication thing. Every time I try to log into Twitter now.
You might as well leave it on Twitch because if you on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
But if you get
email every time.
If you get like, you can turn it on for like 30 days. Yeah. You don't have to do it.
That's what I'm like, I need to. Because this shit getting annoying. I remember one time I logged on to Twitch just to see what was happening on, and I had to log in through that, and I just turned around. I was like, I'm not about to go
I'm
to my
like that
email
too. A
again.
2-step, that'll be like, you know what? I don't need that. That'll
Which is
make me
crazy
stop doing.
because it don't take that much, but I got like 3 Google accounts, so I got to find which email I signed up with.
It'd be the smallest stuff sometimes. Oh, but and also my capture card should be here tomorrow. So that means that when I'm gaming on Xbox, I should be able to cam up now. So hopefully from this week onward, I'll be cammed up when I game. Now, if Twan gonna be playing Boyfriend Dungeon, I probably won't play right away. I do want to see how you play this game because I feel like watching people play dating sims is like a thing. It tells you a lot about people's personalities.
See, they sent me the code wrong.
See, so I don't know, but I will definitely let y'all know in the Discord when I'm going to play. Inya is a little bit more like a good person than us.
That ain't me, baby.
I told Inya, I said, look, this is all you need to know about me. I wear collars and chokers. Okay, that's all you need to know about
me. I kill every sim I ever had. So,
ooh, we gonna have to do a sim stream. We have to do a sim stream because I just want to like I wish you could do like. Did they have a Sims where you could do multiplayer? I wish you could do like a multiplayer.
No, yeah, I think there is.
Do they have it now? But you can't like come to my house and play with me though.
I can't. Everything we know about Sims 4 multiplayer.
She said chokers are okay, don't sleep on. I'm just saying, if somebody walking around with collars on, just know they might not be.
Oh wait, just said it doesn't have it in the base game. What does that mean? I'm gonna read this real quick.
What?
In the base game of Sims 4, the only real multiplayer interaction you have is the gallery, where you can download and add rooms, Sims, and even whole lots designed by other players, which I know about that. That's like, I'm talking about actually being in there. There still isn't actual multiplayer though.
Where? Aww. Oh, there isn't.
In Sims 4. There still isn't actual multiplayer though, with different people controlling characters in the same world in Sims 4. I actually wrote about this already, including a bit of history, blah, blah, blah. Of course, for the dedicated or determined Sim players, other options outside of the base game supports do exist. Oh wait, what is this then?
What's
With the power of the internet and access to various mod files, you can do whatever you like, really, even delivering what is effectively a Sims online experience. So you got to download some mods and stuff.
Oh, see, nah, I ain't trying to blow my computer.
Yeah, me neither.
Right, you know how
I'm just not good with that. I just know, mods in general, I'm just nervous with viruses.
I just really would like, even if we could share a file, because I think that would be a fun thing. Like pass around a file. Like we would do that in the house where like you make one file and then somebody else will come and play and then you come play. And like what they would do to your Sims, like in between. Right. Like that was fun.
There I wish there was a way, could you do like side-by-side streams? Like if I stream gameplay, like is there a split screen option?
I think so. Like if you have the way I would probably do it is you would have to have some like OBS thing. Like I probably would just screen share your stream and my gameplay at the same time. Like if you were streaming, I would just screen share yours.
Because I could do that. We could, if we was doing Sims 4, we could both like start from scratch, create our characters and stuff.
Oh, that'd be so fun. That would be so cute. We got to figure it out. Let me get a real PC because this little laptop will be blowing up. But
that's one thing too. I need to bring my router over here because I played. I got to play the last couple days of Overwatch 2 while the beta was still live, and it wasn't the smoothest on the planet.
Oh so man, that's good.
I know, but that's the thing. Smite was great, but I think maybe just because Overwatch is just so much more going on throughout the entire match.
Yeah, so and just like make sure the computer is on the best, like optimized. Because sometimes even though you have the capabilities, okay, I was like, sometimes even though you have the capability, you have to like kind of turn it on. Like I know
some stuff I had to change in my settings.
Yeah,
and performance.
You would date Valeria, her crackhead would probably steal stuff for you, right?
Who?
Valeria is not my type, but she always looked mad. And she got a homeless man.
Y'all say she a stalker?
No, Inya says that, but she has this dude who just be following her around who looks homeless. But I do have a stalker. It's Eric. He be pulling up on dates. He was watching me through a window one day when I was on a date with somebody else. And he
I
just be
just
pulling
watched
up.
Perfect Blue. We ain't got time for that.
He just be pulling up, and I think he's the villain, but whatever. I want to see what you think. But yeah, anyway, so we're done. Stalker is worth it if her friend's a booster. I need a laptop. Not your friend a booster. Boost me a gaming PC. That's what y'all need to boost me a gaming PC. But anything else? I think that's it. I think my next podcast is on Wednesday with Wife Life Advice with Shy Cutie. That will be returning unless our lives blow up, which usually happens when it's time for us to go live. Like I said, my face broke out today. So we'll see what happens. And then in between that, I'll just be gaming. Like I said, I have a capture card, so I should be able to cam up with my gaming, which I'm so excited for.
Nice.
Everyone wants Thunder because he's fine, girl. He's fine. Okay. That man is fine. And he has a nice voice too. There you go.
Did not mean to do that.
What you look like you in the 90s? What is it? What filter is it?
I don't know, but we need to go back to the Disney. There we go.
But yeah, so I will be gaming. Twan will maybe be gaming. What's your Twitch name?
I think it's
Are you gonna be
still.
You gonna be so you gonna be under Crouton? I can't say that word.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna switch that though. Let me see.
So make sure y'all are following Crouton. Why you ain't come up? I don't like that.
CROUTWN. I just logged in.
Yeah, it didn't. When I searched you, I wanted to drop your link in here. I know I'm gonna drop it.
Hold on, let me see.
Why don't you say something in my chat?
Okay, there we go. Hey,
he's gonna say something in the chat. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I'm like, who is this? Okay. So you should be able to click his name and follow him. I wasn't following you apparently. There you go.
It's okay, I wasn't following you for a hot minute while doing your show. While doing your show.
So follow Crouton. Do y'all need the link? I look.
I don't know how to do that. Tell me how to do that. Just go to it and
I think you should be able to click your name and then usually share the link. I almost blocked you. That's not what I tried to do. Okay. Well, she figured it out. So follow. If he goes live, then we'll be able to see you play. Other than that, I'm gonna try to play Boyfriend Dungeon at some point today, but for now, I'm gonna go cook dinner.
Yes.
And
what
then
you making?
probably tacos.
I got some steaks in there I thawed out, so I'm gonna do a little sear on those and throw it on top of some.
What cut?
Some rice, ribeyes.
Ooh, nice and fatty.
Yeah, we got a good little deal. So I got like 10 ribeyes in the freezer. I took out a pack of 4 2 days ago.
Are they thin or thick?
They probably like a little less than an inch.
Okay. I like the
Not
thin
bad.
ones too.
They're
I don't
quick
like
up.
super thick.
I like the thick ones. I like the super thick ones because I can get a nice thick,
you can get a
real nice crust on it, but still have my metal like medium.
That is true. With the skinny ones, them things cook through quick.
Girl, and I didn't got no time for great steak. I just don't. I ain't got time for great. My mom, she loves well done steak. I
be trying not to drag people who like well done steak. I know Inya likes well done steak. What
I will drag, and I will never not drag, is motherfuckers that be putting ketchup on their steak. I'm sorry. If I'm a server,
ketchup?
I'm gonna make a face. I was at Bones.
At Bones?
Somebody put steak. I was at a table. I think this is when I went with Josh. I took my friend Josh to, Josh. I took him to Bones. We had a little bestie outing. Then we went to Bones and just dined out. But I saw a nigga put ketchup on a tomahawk, not a tomahawk, a dry aged porterhouse. I wanted to be mad. You put ketchup on a $132 steak. You really just did that?
That's weird.
Tell me you didn't do that. You
that's
did that.
Weird.
I heard you.
I've been trying to watch my mouth today before I go. My 3-year-old told me our cat was being fucking weird yesterday.
Ooh.
I said it in Discord. I said I'm still cackling a day later. I'm such a terrible parent. I asked her to repeat it like 7 times. I was like, what you say?
That's the the little kid on that one meme that be like you better bring me some fucking snacks. If you don't bring me no snacks,
I haven't seen that.
I'm gonna beat your ass. But if you do bring me some snacks, you won't get beat ass.
They said that. The thing is,
it was a girl, her little brother or cousin. He couldn't have been no more than like 9. Sent her a voice memo telling her to bring some fucking snacks. Or he gonna beat that ass.
I mean, the thing is, I don't curse in conversation with my kids or at my kids, but I do because. So I know she done heard me say that, and she be sitting by me sometimes when I be streaming. So I know she be listening to me. It's just the way she said it. She was like, "You're being fucking weird." I was like,
nah, I was way too scared about I knew like I would fully be cussing at the house. I just told one of my team leads at work about that story about how I put fucking Vaseline on myself trying to avoid an ass whooping.
But see, I don't think she thinks. I think she thinks it means fat. Like I think she was calling the cat fat. I think she thinks that word means fat. Like he's being fat.
Oh.
Because she's like, he's being fat. Like, I was like, you mean fat? She's like, yeah. I think she was trying to say, like, he's just fat because he is fat. Like, cat, he's overweight. So we've been fat shaming our cat because he's fat. So I think
it's going to be motivation to lose weight.
Yeah, I think she just was like thinking that's what it meant. But it was just like the way she perfectly just stressed the CK part. And just like, it was just perfect. I was like, say it. My husband's like, you going to keep asking her to say it? I was like, I'm sorry. It's just so funny. So anyway, so I think I saw.
Was that on my TikTok? Oh, there was a TikTok I happened. I was gonna play it actually when I was talking about Sakura and the mistreatment of her. I was gonna play this clip.
Oh,
like when they was like, I don't know how to write female characters. Hold on.
That you think is small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch.
Not the filter getting on the man's face.
Not the same filter we got on.
Right. It was just you think it's small. You need to be thinking big. Think big, bitch. Gotta be thinking big, bitch.
Oh my God, I'm laughing at y'all got the same filter on too. That's hilarious.
I did a video where I had Beyonce's face on while she was accepting an award. It's on my Instagram, like way back. But it was a filter with Beyonce's face on mine. Well, my face on Beyonce, and I was accepting the award. And then it flashed over to Kim and Kanye, and both of them had my face on. It was too funny.
Oh my God,
it was too funny.
Well, thank y'all for watching our Pixar stream. This was fun. I like this. If my face ever breaks out again, I'm gonna be serving Disney princess realness.
Yours is literally you. It's like somebody just like made like you got your same because your eyes have always been so dynamic, and like I always used to say to myself, it would be like real kind of like cat-like, like real feline. Like gives me.
It does capture. It does. I just look like I got Disney-fied.
A whole new.
You just look so light, and you don't have a beard at all. Like you don't have any.
And I even looked, I was like animated Disney facial hair or something.
And it gave you a widow's peak.
That's what I'm saying. It gave me a little man dark, a little Vegeta.
I actually have a widow's peak. I'm surprised mine stayed. But that's funny.
Yeah, all that thing really needs is some facial hair and maybe, but I can't help it because I'm,
Okay.
Hello.
I know, not be dragging my stream on because I'm really about to sit here and play with filters on stream.
I was about to, yeah, that's right.
I'm so childish.
Like, is there any mustaches?
That's why I'm just like sitting here, like, I don't know. But I feel like some of them are actually terrifying, though. Like, if you really start to like go through them, they are really just terrifying.
Ooh, like this look like actually like a fuller
beard. Say those are like douchebag glasses, though.
The aviators. I
love aviators. I like aviators on him, though.
Not crazy huge aviators, but ones that are kind of like, I don't like these like kind of that like goes outside of the perimeters of your face. I like it to be a little bit more tight. I'll wear those.
I just think that some of these filters are absolutely terrifying.
Oh yes, bitch. Let me take this hat off. Now that I got a filter on.
You look absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't know, you just look like you about to go to an art gallery.
Because I am.
It's very like...
not your way, I just looked over at you. You better be careful. Yo, you ain't in Atlanta no more. I'm about to say.
What you mean? Be careful.
You know, they run them cases up. They catching everybody.
I know. Let's see. Wait, what's in your glasses?
This is too much.
There's something definitely reflecting in your glasses.
Yes. I think it
That's
was
just
money.
ugly. They didn't even try.
They did.
They didn't even try to make that look. Not us being childish. Y'all
No, it really is. I can't stop though.
I know.
Wait, hold on, wait, because you know they got some drag filters in here.
Do they?
Ooh, not that one. That ain't. Look at you.
It don't even like. It don't even mix with like. What's Coochie Man?
Coochie Man.
Why is this called Coochie Man? Why is this called Coochie Man?
It's just got.
Look at my face.
I don't know
why is this Coochie Man?
I don't know why. I have no idea. Coochie Man. That seems like false advertisement.
I don't know. Strong chin. That's very cute. They got so many filters. Like they really do. I like my big chin.
Yeah, it actually works for you.
Eh.
It actually works for you. It's a look.
I mean, I like how they add the eye twinkles, like that's helping or something. I'm not really sure the point of the eye twinkles if you look like this. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Ooh, okay. I don't like bugs though.
I'm a little dragonfly, bitch.
Does it move?
I'm coming out to get you, bitch.
It moves.
Yeah.
This is taking a turn, people. This is taking a turn. Y'all might never see my regular face again. Like I'm just letting y'all know now. Like y'all might never see me looking regular.
Don't let me find the perfect let me look for the natural filters so I can.
Oh, the ones where you catfishing filters.
Right. Let me look at a nice little
Here's one.
filter.
Look at this. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Let me see. Hold on. Ooh, that's not y'all brightened the hell out of me. And
why are you so light?
Light and
this nose contour. Ooh, that look nasty. What is this? What happened to your nose?
I don't know. This is supposed to be a slimming filter. It ain't working on me.
You don't have a nose anymore. I don't know what this filter is I have on. I think it's blush.
Fresh face.
I think it's just blush. Like I said, y'all, we have gotten.
It's alright. This is my fault.
Cute or whatever. I feel like.
This is not supposed to be a monkey. The filter says black. I'm joking. No,
I'm about to say, don't have me writing letters.
Too angry.
You look so bad. Let's see. I don't like this. Why make my face look like this? This girl said she had to detox herself from filters because she don't like her face.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine if you like getting on live like Nicki Minaj every day with a filter. I'm pretty sure at some point you're gonna go to the mirror and be like, "What's going on here?"
you won't know what's the real you.
Right.
It's giving Jabba the Hutt.
Everything is a perfect blue. Ooh. Yeah. I was about to say everything is a perfect blue reference now.
Can you actually look like you're smiling with this filter? I don't think so.
Which one is that?
I'm very sad. I'm very sad.
Let me get some hair on. Let me put some.
I'm so childish. Why are we like this? This stream was supposed to be over, and now we sitting here playing with stupid filters.
Just call me. Okay.
Oh, you like Norman Freeman.
I'm giving alopecia realness.
It's giving Powder. Have you ever seen that movie Powder?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
It's giving Powder. It's definitely giving Powder. Something wrong with
What is this? What is this floating? Why is my face floating up here?
What's it? I like the eyeliner though.
Oh, it's outside of the round. You can't see it on the stream.
I do like the eyeliner.
This ain't what all the. This supposed to be. I am a potato. I am a potato.
I feel like am I a buried turd?
No, I think you're just a potato. You're just a little potato.
I feel like I'm a berry turd.
Why you gotta be a turd? Why can't we just?
Ooh.
What is this at a tongue?
I feel like this is. That's not okay.
Why you laughing though?
I can't. Oh, the plunger is taking me out. Oh my god.
This is too much. Why are we children? I just mad at it. Just moves so well.
It does. Oh, I can't see. I'm trying my eyes.
I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh, I'm sorry.
We need to grow up.
Okay. All right. Let me get. It. Okay, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm sorry, y'all.
This is how we gonna end. This is the faces.
Yeah, that's what we gonna do.
Ooh.
Boy, that tickled me.
I feel like some of these filters just should make you just like happy that you weren't born with like any crazy deformed feature. Oh, this one. Oh, okay, because you got your head up. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's the same. It's the same face.
I literally would stream with this filter forever.
You need a voice changer too. You need to make it a little deeper voice. I would love that. Look at your face. Oh my god, please. Will you look to the side?
I can't. Woo, I gotta clip this off. I'm gonna have to clip this off the end of the stream because it's ridiculous. But anyway, thanks for hanging with us, and I will see y'all when I play Boyfriend Dungeon again. So y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. What? Don't start. I'm trying to be serious.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, shut up. Let me just.
I'm trying to be serious. But I literally. I will play Boyfriend Dungeon like this every day. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I will literally cam up like this to play Boyfriend Dungeon.
That hurts my stomach.
Every day. But anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. My husband laughing at me. Bye. I don't have an outro, so bye y'all.
Bye. So I feel like you should be saying.
I need a voice changer.